All right. Just on time. Dillon in the details, getting down to the brass ducks. Very fascinating technology we have here tonight. I hope you hit the like button. Show me that you're alive, human being. We're sharing out the link. You guys in Discord, man. Funny people. Alright, let's see if we can close this thing now. Apparently we've got, let's just see how this thing over here looks. We've got dual technology for whatever reason. Yo! Hopium Gardener. Let's get this crap off the screen. Get you guys over here so I can see. There we go. Good morning. I've got double energy drink. Well, not energy drinks. Energizing beverages. Why are you blue? I know Walter White's least favorite color, man. Tonight we're gonna get down to it. Resident Evil 9, a quick recap of the showcase, because it's only 12 minutes long, and apparently it's nothing more than an advertisement, so that's fine to me. Advertise away. Doesn't matter. May the sun bless you all, Solaire in the compartment bay. We appreciate. Hope everyone's doing well out there in Funland. Let's see what we got here, partner. Oh, a whole lot of nothing. Let me analyze the situation here, and bam. Howdy. Are the lines opening? Yeah, if you guys got things to say. No more F words or N words, though, man. It's out of style, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'll tell you what we got rocking, though, man. It looks like we're on the shorts tab as well, which looks like trash to me, but hey, if we get a few new viewers, whatever. A mesh showcase. I don't feel that there was anything there, you know. But I didn't see it. I didn't watch it. This is going to be totally new to me, but from what I've heard, some impressive mechanics here that will represent Resident Evil in a different way, but, yeah. I have shit to say. Oh, shit. Yeah, if you got things to say. Let's dig right into it. If anyone wants to, I don't know, interject, we can do that later, or rewind or something, we can do that. But I haven't seen this, so let's just jam right in. Let's just jam right in there. Resident Evil.
In this showcase, we'll go over the latest information on Resident Evil Requiem, which will release next month on February 27. Let's take a look at some of the gameplay.
Best boy Leon is back.
はい、出ないとは言ってないですね。いや、言ってないです。まあ実際あの時も話しましたけど、レオンでもうバチバチのホラーのステージをテストしてみたんですけど、やっぱり こんなレオンあんま見たくなくないっていう意見が大半だったっていうのは
Yo, Jesus, you're moving a little fast for me. 1080p, good. Jesus, slow down.
もうバチバチのホラーのステージをテストしてみたんですけど、やっぱりこんなレオンあんま見たくなくないっていう意見が大半だったっていうのは事実としてありますね。今回グレースとレオンで全然違うゲームになってます。グレースの方はその R2 ですとかバイオセブンもそうですけど、ホラーのゲーム体験があって、レオンの方とバイオ4に代表される
Oh, because there's a lot of babies who need help. I must assume it's not forced, right? Every Resident Evil's got aim assist. Oh my god in the heavens! Dude. He kicked that guy's face off. His whole head. Thanks, Hopium, for the 5, man. Holy fucking shit.
Thank you. Chaz UBCS has just donated $9.99 through Super Chat. Summary 9 caps change for you and the channel to keep the lights on and the fire burning. We have a lot to discuss, Lord Dillon, so you best open them lines so we can yap and dissect what we saw today.
Yeah, sure.
Hand over mouth emoji.
But I haven't even seen it. This is my first time, bro. Thank you so kindly. There's a lot to discuss. I haven't even seen what happened. Dual protagonists. Story is unified. Makes sense. Thanks for the 10, by the way.
バイオ6の後のレオンの続きですけど、レオンはレクイエムの段階でも DSO のエージェントとして、バイオハザードテロと世界のね戦い続けてるってことになってます。彼はたくさんの悲劇を見てきた。おそらく彼今回
Do you guys think we'll get to roam the wasteland section? You know what I mean? New breed of infected.
今回のゾンビは生前のその人の特徴っていうのを引き継いでいるゾンビがいます。例えばこの館の中で掃除係の人がいるんですけども、その人はゾンビになってもひたすらこう屋敷をきれいにしようとね掃除を続けてるんですよ。このようにいろんなこう生前の行動に執着するゾンビがいて、ゲームでは彼らの行動を観察して
How will this work?
かわすのに利用したり倒すのに使うと、こういったことができるようになってます。
Bro, how the fuck's that gonna work? Why are these zombies acting like they lived there the whole time? They must have been secretly living here the whole fucking time.
レオンのゲームプレイは圧倒的な緊張感のある戦闘、RE4 から進化したサバイバルアクションになっています。トマホークという斧を装備しており、それによるパリができます。
Sharpening it mid-combat? What the fuck? Holy shit, this guy's a fucking show-off. Get this shit off my screen, Google. You're on my final fucking nail. Holy fuck, suck.
どの部位を撃つのか、また部位を狙って敵に体術を決める、それから敵が持っていた武器を奪って利用する。どの敵をどの部位を撃つのか。
Is this like a winter game? Leon's wearing his fucking giant jacket.
それがうまくいった時にさらにこう
Oh shit.
そういったゲームプレイになっています。
Oh, bro. What was that draw action? Damn, now that's what's up. We like our Resident Evil games bloody. Lots of blood, violence, freaks in nature. What the fuck was happening there? Appears to be out of ammunition there.
それほど重火器いっぱい出てくるわけではないんですけども、一つこう象徴的な武器としてレクイエムというそのまま タイトルを
Barely lift that cannon you're carrying. What the hell?
大口径の武器は弾数ほどないんですけど、ここぞという時にグレースを救ってくれる頼りになる武器になってます。
Why does she have his gun? Holy fuck.
実はクラフト要素も少しひねりを入れてまして、そのアンポルを作るためには感染したゾンビの血が必要になります。クラフトのリソースになる血っていうのを、つまり敵を倒すのにもまた意味があると。そういう意味でより RH スタイルのゲームを深めるようなっていうのは各所に入れてますね。
That's too effective. A
What
variety
did
of
she just
gameplay
do?
options have also been added to this title. Players can switch
What the
between
hell
two
did she
camera
just do?
perspectives. And these can be
Whoa.
changed at any time during the game. Multiple difficulties are also available. New players can enjoy casual mode.
Standard, classic,
and use
what the hell's
assist
that?
To take down zombies with more ease.
Oh, hell no.
But
Dude,
if
baby
you
mode
choose
activated
standard
for the
classic,
babies.
ink ribbons will be needed to save the game when playing as Grace.
When playing as Grace?
This mode is recommended for those who enjoy a tense atmosphere.
Why just her? What is that trying to tell me?
今回、ポルシェさんとコラボレーションさせていただきまして、世界に1台しかない車を作っております。
Sponsored by Porsche. Buy our fucking car. Yeah, fucking right, bro. Live check to check my whole life, son. What am I supposed to do? Buy a fucking car.
It's one of those collaborations you're always dreaming of as a gaming fan working in this environment. Collaborations like
fucking
this obviously
bullshit
don't
ass
spawn
sports
out of nowhere.
car.
For his adventures, Leon needed a car which represents his style, but also delivers when it comes to navigating him through, all
Bro,
of
get
those
this shit
dangerous
out of my
moments and
face.
experiences in the
Unless
game.
I can drive it as
What I
Leon,
really admire
fuck
about
you.
the custom Resident Evil Cayenne Turbo GT is how the team stayed true to its characteristics by still ensuring it feels authentic in this world. It took a lot of expertise from different departments at Porsche.
Who are
and
you
complex
looking at?
3D printing to apply those customizations to the real car. It's going to look amazing in the game.
I wipe my dick
今
on
後
a
もう一
Porsche.
つハミルトンさんと、コラボさせていただきまして、
Mid car.
レオンとグレースそれぞれのキャ
Give me
ラ
like
イメージを用いるとした
Something with some
時計をつけ
fucking
てます
engine, you know, like fucking,
Two
you know, a real
fantastic
man's car,
watch
like a
models
beast.
Which recreate those worn in the game in all the stunning details. The khaki field autochrono and the Pan-Europe automatic.
What is this
will
pile
be
of donkey
limited
shit?
edition
Get it out of my
2000
goddamn
addition to the
face, you
base
son of a bitch.
A deluxe edition featuring bonus content will also be available for purchase.
This is fucking diarrhea sauce. One of these is the same extra as Resident Evil 3, I'm pretty sure, or 2, whatever the fuck it was. This raccoon guy. It's fucking lame. I don't know if I want the deluxe edition looking at it. Screen filters? We're down so bad, they're selling us screen filters. And I don't care to dress like Demetresque. Oh, man, I don't know if I want this, man. Audio pack? What is that? Paywalling the music? Nah. What music? What music? Audio pack. Are you guys gonna buy this donkey scum? I don't think I'm gonna buy this deluxe. You got Leon in a tux, old Leon, or, you know, classic Leon, whatever you want to call it. Looks like the Matrix Leon, Lady Demetresque, Grace, and 1920s Grace. Very weird. Shittiest guns I ever saw. The only good one here is this, like, silver. That doesn't look like something you pay for. I don't know,
Extra
man.
costumes for Grace and Leon.
Nah.
Weapon skins.
Lame.
And screen filters will be included in this edition.
Low effort extras.
Those who pre-order will receive an Apocalypse costume for Grace.
Those who pre-order Okay, I'm down with that, but
shown, the game will also be available on the cloud gaming service GeForce Now. This title is being developed in collaboration with NVIDIA, so a wide range of PC users can enjoy it.
It's such an honor to work on Resident
Evil. So I should buy it on PC, is what you're saying?
The has been thrilling fans around the world for close to 30 years, and has continued to raise the bar.
Thanks for subscribing.
Innovation and technology with every single release. We've been working closely with Capcom on Resident Evil Requiem, helping shape the future of the franchise with path tracing.
I'm gonna make a poll.
Graphics and AI-powered
Man,
NVIDIA DLSS
are you guys fucking with me?
With multi-frame generation, incredibly fast performance. DLSS also makes Resident Evil
I need to make a poll.
more accessible.
Should I buy this on PC, yay or nay?
Extending the nightmare to more gamers. And with GeForce Now, gamers can experience Resident Evil Requiem at launch with the cutting-edge graphics and performance on nearly any device, streaming from powerful GeForce RTX servers in the cloud. I can't wait to unlock the mysteries.
Keep an eye on
Raccoon
chat.
City once again.
What the fuck?
1/6 scale figures of our two protagonists.
I don't want any of this. Is this the $900 edition?
Figures can be displayed separately,
bro,
or together as a set. And if you line them up with previous figures, both figures are scheduled for release this fall.
Take
an original design Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller will be released on the same day as the game. And as a series first, Amiibo will also be available.
Amiibo. You guys want the Amiibo, right?
On Resident Evil Requiem launch day, the gold editions of both Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, including all downloadable content, will be released on the Nintendo Switch 2.
Does anyone in here have a Nintendo Switch 2?
Of the series with special concerts. Relive the series' greatest moments with breathtaking orchestral performances.
Breathtaking.
The first ticket lottery is open right now to Resident Evil ambassadors.
No thanks, pal. Leon bears a secret. That secret related to the Elpis.
非常に重要なものになっているので、この辺のね、その謎をプレイしてぜひ解き明かしていってもらえればなと思います。バイオハザードレクイエム、まだまだ言いたいこと本当にキリがないんで、発売まで
I honestly think they might have shared too much. That's too much information. Wait, what's this?
Why did you kidnap me?
Kidnap you? I liberated you. I think I want a second opinion.
What is happening here?
I'll keep our friends busy.
Damn, at least they're zombies. Holy fuck, what the fuck is that? It's the baby from Village. Oh my god, it's the baby from Village. You guys remember that, like, baby that tries to get you on the elevator? This is it, like, fat.
Our friends busy.
It's the fat version. Bro, what the fuck is that? Dude, this is a bloody-ass trailer. Dude, what is this fucking shit? What is this shit? Oh my god, that's crazy.
Why did you kidnap me?
Kidnap you?
Is that a zombie? Man, the game looks nice. I won't lie. It looks like visually. Visually. I don't know about all this watch bullshit, though. They must be desperate. Why are they showing me a car? And, like, all this gobbledygook. Yeah, I don't know. Giant baby incoming. Yeah, the baby is back. Yeah, the brutality. What up, Get Ratty in the house? Let's see. Poet Wise in the house. The good senator in the House. I have a Switch 2 and love it. Listen to him loud and proud, man. Switch 2. I mean, there's probably some fun to be had, but damn. I just, Nintendo rubs me wrong. It's shillage all over again, says Hopium. Oh, no. Something from Meat Cannon? Bro, that's funny as fuck. Meat Cannon. I love that artist. Oh, the Pragmata game. That's what Senator was talking about. My bad. Yeah, that game looks like diarrhea sauce. Take it and flush it. Capcom must be smoking the shit. Either way, we've got some folks who seem to want to say their piece on this game. I can't make a poll. I am far too tasked. I'm far too tasked on the situation. Thanks, new subscriber. Welcome to the family, son. Hell yeah, thank you so kindly. I wish the Switch 2 was the Switch 1. What does that mean, bro? Oh, my God. Hey, Chaz, we're lighting up the phone here. We've got the lines ready to be deployed. Let me just double check, make sure my microphone, yep. No. Headset microphone. It always does this all the fucking time. Okay, now we're good. Always defaults to my fucking PS5 microphone. Nobody wants to use a PS5 microphone. It's a piece of shit. The fucking one on the controller sucks balls. Thank you for subscribing. Let's fucking go. Yo, what up, fellow in the motherfucking compartment bay? What up, son? Pragmata looks good to you? Well, that makes one of us. The combat looks like a fucking, like, it. Here we go. Live in the compartment bay.
Welcome.
Oh, where do we begin? Where do we go? Where do we start? Lord Dillon in the details.
Oh, well, we're just getting started, so let's start with a bang. What do you think about this whole thing, Chaz UBCS?
Well, I was quite vocal in the Discord, but not everyone might have heard my endless ranting, so I'll just rant now. It was not a showcase. A showcase is 30, 45, maybe even 60 minutes. It was a giant Resident Evil 9 hype ad, which is okay. They should have just called it the Resident Evil 9 showcase. But for what it was fine. It wasn't a showcase, though. Like, let's be very clear. They didn't talk about any other games. They didn't have any roadmaps. They didn't say, hey, we don't have any footage, but Resident Evil Code Veronica is in the pipeline. Resident Evil 0 remakes pipeline. They didn't talk about anything. So let's get to the nitty-gritty. Resident Evil 9, the footage they showed, the stuff they talked about, I liked it. I think the ability to switch between first person and over the shoulder is cool. I like it. Hopefully it plays well. It's not like one style is optimized over the other. Hopefully they both play efficiently. I think baby mode's hysterical, but these zoomers are fucking all these games hold these zoomers' hands now. These kids will never understand what it was like to play a game without the ability to save. On PC, you could save instantly now. Back in the day, I remember on Aliens 2000, like AVP 2000, you couldn't save. They only made that feature available when the Gold Edition came out, where you could save anywhere in the level. It used to be, hey, if you died, that was it.
Damn.
There was no checkpoint. Well, actually, I think there was checkpoints in certain difficulty levels. But I liked what I saw overall. I kind of thought the ads were a little corny with the Porsche and the watch company. I was like, I mean, like the watches, no one's buying those watches. The one watch, the Grace version of the watch is like $1,500, and the Leon one's like $2,100. If they were maybe a few $100s, that'd be something. I'm like, oh, you know what? I got this cool like Resident Evil watch that's supposed to be like similar to the one Leon has, and it's affordable. Not that 2,000 is not affordable for if you like watches. Apparently, that's a reasonable price. But I'm not a watch guy. I have a Garmin, so I'm not. You'll never see me spend $3,000 for a watch, not unless I don't know, not unless the Bruce Wayne bucks came pouring in. I thought the Porsche thing was a little goofy. I don't know. That's just me. I didn't really think much of that. I didn't really give a shit. Yeah, those were my initial thoughts. I thought for an RE9 reveal that was cool, but we didn't see too much. We saw a little bit of extra gameplay, but nothing crazy. We didn't see a whole lot. It's not like they showed us 10 minutes of exclusive gameplay. They just showed a couple minutes here and there. But what did you think? What were your thoughts since you just saw this tonight?
Well, from basically everything I've seen from Resident Evil 9, it looks like they've given the zombies the entire highlight, how do you put it, the spotlight. The zombies here, to me, seem to have more characteristics and personalities than they ever have, and I like that direction. And it looks like environmental combat is a thing, kind of like, a Last of Us situation, which is a good direction for Resident Evil to go. It's about fucking time,
No, I agree. Listen, here's the thing with doing new things in game franchises, or even in TV franchises or movies, whatever. No one's ever gonna give you shit for trying new things. It's when you try new things and they're just blatantly terrible. Like, let's say some of the stuff in the new RE9 game is good. Or sorry, it's new. And it's not bad or it's not great. It's just kind of there. I'm not going to punish them for that. It's when you try to do new things that, like, were terrible ideas. Like, clearly, you do something new and maybe a member of the board force that idea on the dev team or something, like stuff like that. Like, we always hear about, for example, how the corporate shills at Fox were sticking their dick into Alien 3 to the point where David Fincher was like, "Yo, I fucking hate these people. I hate this movie." That's why he doesn't even talk about it. Like, he won't even take interview questions on it because all they did was stick their fingers in the ass of his film and kept doing shit that they were making changes that he was against. So. Because it was some idiot who has no idea how to make a movie. It's just some guy who wears a $2,000 suit, makes $300K a year, and he's like, "Well, I want this idea in the movie because I'm a corporate executive slimeball." But I don't have a problem with new things, new ideas in a game, a franchise like Resident Evil that's 30 years old. It keeps things fresh. Just don't make any stupid decisions. Like like on RE6, they tried to do a little bit of everything. You fought in like a fighter jet. There was the motorcycle chase, the car chase. You had the enemy that looked like a dinosaur. Like, they just tried doing way too much, and it made the game shitty. So I like the whole thing with the zombies taking on, like, yes, like they retain part of their humanity, but they're still not human. I think that's cool, and hopefully they'll explain how that came to be. Like, is that something that was part of a new virus that they were studying and working on and augmenting and, what's the word I'm looking for? Mutating. Like, I'm cool with that. There's nothing, I don't think there's anything bad about it, but we gotta see how they do it. We gotta see if it makes sense or it's just something they slapped together and it was lazy.
Well, from what I can tell, they're not going too hard in the paint. I think they're making a Resident Evil game and not going, like, out of the boundaries like, the Tim Burton Resident Evil Village, which, by the way, I'm getting dragged for on another fucking platform. They hate that opinion. They think Village is the bee's fucking knees supreme, and I wipe my ass with that game.
What platform was upset about this?
Well, maybe I shouldn't say, Chaz. Maybe I shouldn't say which one.
Is it Twitter? Is it Twitter?
Twitter is a ball suck. It's a robotic platform.
Twitter is a cesspool for Zoomers, okay?
Well, I think it's a cesspool for everything. Everybody who believes in a cesspool, that's where you can get filthy with the pigs, you know. But in my mind, Chaz, this is not doing what Resident Evil 6 did. It's doing a little bit of it. It's introducing a mechanic here, a mechanic there, but not going over the top, like out of control like they did before. This is not the Tim Burton. This is not the Michael Bay. This is Resident Evil, I feel like.
I totally agree. I don't think they're doing too much. It kind of looks like a tale. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to say. You know, you have the Grace campaign that's supposed to be kind of, I guess, more horror element, like limited ammo, more stealthiness, hiding in the shadows. You got to be smart. Do you run? Do you fight? And then Leon's more of like an RE4 plus. I mean, listen, no one's going to be upset about playing Leon's campaign, and it feels like RE4 remake. I mean, we're only 3 years removed from the RE4 remake. We all love the RE4 remake. We wish they would give more DLC to RE4 remake. We are not going to be upset about the RE4 or the Leon side of the campaign. It might be familiar, it might be similar, it might not be new, but it's going to be comfortable. And fans like comfortable. Fans like consistency. Fans like, oh, you know, I was playing the RE9 game and I was playing as Leon. It just felt like RE4. Like, no one's going to complain about it. No one's going to say it's a bad thing. I think there's more speculation on the Grace side of the campaign. I think what might make or break the game is how good her side of the campaign is. Because let's say, actually, it doesn't even matter. Let's say the Grace side is good and the Leon side is bad, which probably wouldn't be that way, but let's just hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
Or the other way around. If one of the campaigns flops, that's going to pull the game down. I think there's more speculation on the Grace side. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm just saying that looks like the one. I think that's the harder hill to climb. I think the Grace side has more cards stacked against it. I hope it's great. I hope both sides are great. I hope the game's great. I want it to win Game of the Year 2026. I want it to sell 20 million copies. I want my Resident Evil content, but I also don't want slop. I'm not going to praise a game, be like, well, you know, it wasn't the best game, but like, oh, I'll give it an 8. Like in the review world, I swear to God, like the new like gold standard, like for an average game, all these websites give games 8s or 7.5s, and it's a joke. Some places will even give it an 8.5. I will not give a game a higher score than it deserves, all because a certain franchise title is slapped on the box. I would never do that. So hopefully the game is up there with the upper echelon games, and it sells a lot, and then it enables us to get more solid Resident Evil content.
Oh, absolutely. You see, when I say the word guarantee here, I guarantee this game is going to fulfill the needs of some, if not all. Maybe people won't like, you know, certain directions they take with, like you said, Grace, or certain directions with Leon, but overall, I think this will deliver harder than the last couple games have in the main line, you know, including Biohazard, including Village, and even before that, because before that was the fucking fall of Resident Evil. It was the fall, and now we're in this new era where we can, you know, start the machine back up. There's potential, you know. The way I see it, this is nothing but a dub. I see nothing but a dub here. In every regard, I don't think there's a risk being taken. The only thing they could do is cut off Leon's head. That's it.
You know, I'm going to call it now. I don't think Capcom has the balls to kill off Leon Kennedy. I just don't see it. I know there's been rumors, but you know what? Rumors are rumors. I don't believe anything until they actually do it. Do I think they would ever go that route? No. I mean, look what happened in Star Wars. They killed off Leia, they killed off Luke, and they killed off Han Solo. Did anyone think that any of those decisions were great? Not really. I don't think, like, don't get me wrong. I like a good main character getting the axe because I don't like thinking anyone's safe. But I don't know, man. Killing Leon, that would be pretty fucking ballsy because I think in recent years, later on in the RE world, he's kind of become the guy. I guess you could argue, if we're talking like notable people people in the franchise, it's probably him and Chris, him and Jill. Like, there's really, you could argue, I mean, obviously picking the main face of the franchise for Ari's subjective, so people are going to throw out crazy names. But let's be honest, Leon got to be the face of the franchise, right? He's got to be.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
I know some people might argue and say Chris or Jill. I don't think you'll see too many people say Ada or Claire. I think they've all had their own games for the most part, except for Ada. She's never had her own standalone game where she had her own actual individual game. But I got to say, Leon's definitely number one, and they would be really taking a big leap of faith if they killed him off. That's just my personal opinion. But again, if they did it in a way that makes sense, that'd be one thing. But I think it's a little too risky. Like, if I was at Capcom and I'm going to kill off a main character, I'm not killing off Leon. I'll kill off somebody else. I'd kill off Chris before I kill Leon. I'd kill off Claire before I kill Leon. I'd kill off Ada before I kill Leon. I would kill off any of those people before I kill off Leon. But that's just me, I'm just a guy. I'm just a train conductor. My opinion really doesn't mean anything.
Well, I mean, from a business perspective, it would make zero fucking sense. That would terminate their best boy, their best character, in my opinion. Leon, there's no one really better than him. Like, we can all kind of align with him, and the women can, simp over his ass, and it's a big win-win. I think he's the strongest character, and killing him off makes no fucking sense. If they did it, it might ruin the game for me. I don't know. But we'll just have to see, kind of thing. Maybe they'll do one of those, gotcha moments where it's like they pretend to kill him off and then, he comes back out of the fucking dust. That's the only way I see that happening. But everything I've seen physically before my eyes, unlike Ubisoft or any of these bitch-ass companies, this is all a dub. I see nothing but good. The only thing I haven't looked at is maybe the UI.
Yeah, I'm hoping they haven't showed much of the UI. I mean, I saw a little bit in this announcement today when they were flipping through the inventory where you mix and match shit, crafting. And then when the Leon was shooting zombies and shit, it looked similar. Like, the gun in the bottom right corner kind of looks similar to what we saw at Resident Evil 4 remake. The other thing but this has nothing to do with the RE9 part of it. I just didn't like the idea that they called it RE Showcase and they didn't even tease any other project. Not a screenshot, not a mention, not maybe a little trailer where there's no gameplay. It's just kind of a tease, we're going to reveal this game. Nothing. And I'm sorry, I was hoping Capcom would have been better than that, but I guess it's just pouring all the hype into RE9, and they don't want to distract the fans with anything else. I mean, that's a reasonable expectation, I guess, but I'm a little disappointed that they didn't at least mention, even if they just said, hey, we have other projects in the pipeline, but we won't discuss which ones, but just know and rest assured, for the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil, we have another game or another 2 games in the pipeline. Would have been nice if we got something, but they gave us as little as possible. They just talked about RE9. I guess that's to be expected with the game being out in 6 weeks. So
yeah, not too far, man. I mean, I don't know about everyone else, but this is the best feeling Resident Evil in a minute. I mean, the remake. They're remaking the best game in the fucking series, basically, so it's going to be a slam dunk. I'm not surprised it was a slam dunk. But this game, I'm a little bit surprised on, because in my mind, this isn't just, the exact sequel to Resident Evil 3. This is the sequel to Resident Evil 2. This is Leon returning to the fucking place, where it all began.
Yeah, he's going back to ground zero. So yeah, and I never thought about it like that. It's kind of a sequel years and years later to what happened post Raccoon City, which was RE2 and RE3, and the nuclear bomb being dropped to eradicate all evidence and the spread of the virus. So that's a good point. I'm looking through the chat here. I want to see what people are saying. Senator made a good point. He said, troubling there was no demo, as that was the norm for literally forever. I agree. I hate the lack of demos these days. Demos were so pivotal and vital back in the pre-social media era to like generate buzz. Even I feel like years ago, you still saw a lot of demos like on modern consoles at the time. Like go back 1 or 2 generations of console, demos were still like super popular. I remember when RE5 released their demo. Oh, and it was awesome because the demo was actually co-op. You could actually play with a friend. And before the game came out, me and this buddy from high school, I hadn't seen him in a long time, but he was a big Resident Evil 5 fan. And we used to play the demo like weeks, and like the demo didn't come out like a week before the game. I think it came out like weeks before. So we were playing the demo, which was just like literally the first part of the game where all the machini come after you in the compound, like right in the very, very beginning. And it was like, it was like, I think it was like time based. You got to play it for like 10, 15 minutes, whatever it was. And we played it, God, probably dozens of times because it was so much fun. So yeah, lack of demos today really is annoying. Like there probably isn't a legitimate reason why we don't have an RE9 demo like right now, or even like one scheduled like a week or 2 from now. I don't even know if we'll see one because we're 6 weeks out from launch. I mean, if they do one, when are they going to do it? A week before, 2 weeks before? Probably not.
Potentially. I mean, the way I see it, there's 2 ways I rationalize this. Either it's coming and they want it to basically be the, leapfrog from one hype to the other. That's why they had this showcase, was to drive hype. And maybe the next thing is, the demo comes out, there's another leapfrog to some hype, and then boom, the game is there. That's one way to think about it. The other way is maybe there is no demo because making a demo is extra effort and time and money. And maybe they threw it all into this game, and that's the reality. But I don't know, Chaz. I want to run something else by you.
Oh, run it by. Listen, you know me. I am reality. I will give you the hard, cold truth over the beautiful, tempting lie.
Okay. This is going to be a big one. On the screen,
here we go.
On the screen right now, this guy's saying this will be a post-Resident Evil 6 Leon. Does that not indicate that the direction we're going is to eventually hit Resident Evil 6 Remake? Is that not what that indicates right there? He is acknowledging Resident Evil 6 exists in the timeline, so...
Oh yeah, you're talking about during the showcase where they mentioned that? Yeah, I don't know if that could be, that comment could be taken 2 ways. It's just a factual comment where he's like, hey, this is a post RE6 Leon who's dealt with, the struggles of doing the job he does. Or you're right, if we're digging deeper, we're trying to look, read between the lines, we're trying to pick up subtleties. Could that have been a hint that they're thinking about doing RE6? Because he didn't just say, oh, this is a Leon Kennedy that's older and wiser and battle hardened because it's modern day. He specifically said it's a post RE6 Leon. So that's one of those things where, like, if you look at it at the surface, he could just be saying it's post RE6 timeline. Or if you're looking through the lines and you're looking for a little dirt, maybe that was a hint that RE6 could be something they're thinking about. But I don't think we'll see RE6 first. It seems like the remakes have all been going in chronological order for the most part. So I still expect Code Veronica or 5 next. And then once those are both done, then we could see 6 up to bat.
Oh, yeah.
The thing with RE0 and 1, which I still think will inevitably get remakes, they could do those whenever. I don't think they have to do them in order.
No.
Because we all know they started with the 2 remake. Granted, the OG remake was first, but that was 20 years ago. That was on a whole different generation. But they started with the 2 remake, the shitty 3 remake. 4 remake was fantastic. I think Code Veronica and 5 are going to be in order. Because the Code Veronica came out first years ago, and then you had 5. So it would make sense to me that those are going to be the next 2. Then if they want to make 6, they want to take that leap of faith, then maybe they do.
No, absolutely. I just, not that 6 is coming next. I'm just saying, like, they acknowledged the timeline. They could have said, this isn't Resident Evil 4, Leon. This is Resident Evil 9, Leon. It's funny they acknowledge that 6 exists, so perhaps they'll...
No, I agree. I agree that could be taken 2 different ways. They were just saying the obvious, which is, well, this is post-RE6 Leon. Because technically, that was the last time we saw Leon in a modern timeline, because obviously 4 remake is 4 remake, 2 remake is 2 remake, or they mentioned RE6 because they're dangling the keys right in front of us and seeing if we pick up on the subtlety. Very interesting. I didn't think about it like that, because when I watched it, I was just like, oh yeah, post RE6 Leon, because like, you know, RE6 was the last game he was in a chronological order sense. But you're right, they might have dropped it like that to be like, hey, hint, hint, wink, wink. Maybe RE6 is going to come at some point.
So. Yeah. Like you said, though, pretty far off, I imagine, because in my mind, Zero desperately needs a remake, because I think it's one of the best. You know, it deserves a remake just as much as Code Veronica or 5.
Zero, it might be a hot take. I think Zero is one of the best games in the series. And one of the only things that really held it back was the stupid inventory system. Let me just drop all my shit and come pick it up later. And I get it. They try. Now, that was one of those things where they tried something new. It was kind of cool, but the problem was the way they set up the tiles. You just didn't have enough storage to do it. Now, if they allotted more storage slots for the whole drop it and pick it up later, that kind of would have erased the whole problem. But they didn't want to do that. Or, for example, the shotgun taking up 2 item slots. It should have just taken up 1. And anything that took up 2 slots should have taken up 1. They could have did stuff like that, but they didn't do it. So everyone hated the inventory idea. But again, good idea, terrible execution. But I still think RE0 is a fantastic game. I really hope they remake it. I hope they go more in depth. They could give the characters more backstory. They more playable area. I hate Residents of Evil, but I was watching a video. They were reporting on some rumors of there's gonna be extra like deeper characters inserted. Like there's gonna be an actual train conductor who's part of the story, like for that first part of the game when you're trying to derail the train. So I was like, okay, cool. Like I don't know how true that rumor was, but I'm like, cool. Like do new things. Like put your stamp on things and expand on things. That's one of the benefits of doing remakes is you could do new things that are great, or you could add on to things that we wanted more of. Like I think the train sequence for Zero remake could probably be longer. They could probably make it more exciting. They could make it more interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot they could do with that. So like I wouldn't be upset if they made the train sequence another 30 to 45 minutes or an hour. There's ways to probably do it.
Oh,
so,
easily.
And I'm not a writer. I can't tell you how they're going to do it, but I think there's ways to do it. So Zero remake would be great. But there was something I was going to say just now. I think I lost it. I lost my train of thought.
Well, just imagine these mechanics that are in RE9 in Resident Evil 0. The ability to switch from third to first-person perspective makes a game really... I don't know. It's up to you, Do you like first, third? Fuck.
I mean, it's so hard because, like, I think certain styles of gameplay work for certain things. Like, so for example, when Aliens Fireteam Elite came out, they did that, like, kind of like over-the-shoulder thing. I think Aliens, especially when you're playing as Colonial Marines, it should always be first person. That's just my personal opinion. I think that game, and apparently it was like a very mid-average game, whatever. But I wonder if that game would have been better received if it was first person. I think Alien Isolation hit it out of the park, even though it wasn't a shooter game. They did it in a first-person shooter, vantage point, and I thought that made it work. I don't think Alien Isolation is nearly as scary if it's over-the-shoulder third person. I think that game in a first-person, approach was way more effective. To me, I mean, obviously, I'm biased. I yearn for the days of fixed camera angle, but we're not getting them back. I kind of like over the shoulder, kind of my thing. Like Resident Evil 4 introduced it, 20 years ago. That's kind of the new standard to me. But don't get me wrong, I'm gonna play the campaign multiple times, and I'm probably gonna play it in each mode. I'll play each one over the shoulder. I'll play each one in first person shooter and see which one I like better. I think it just kind of depends on the game. Like I said, it's one of those things where is the game truly interchangeable where you can play it in first person and third person and not feel it makes or breaks it, or one style is better than the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like in Alien Isolation, if they gave you the option to do over the shoulder, I guarantee you that game is half as enjoyable and scary in over the shoulder. It's just not as effective. So we'll see if it in this game does it throw it off the rails, or does it kind of have the same enjoyable pace and feel either way. But rest assured, I will try it in each mode for sure.
Yeah,
just to see which one's better. So I'm struggling for things to talk about, but so I'm going to read some of these messages in the chat. And it might be a little old because I'm reading back from like when I called in.
Let's go to chat. Shout out some people. Shout out some.
Yeah, I'm going to shout out right here. Okay, Anonymous Boss Gaming. He said most definitely they will pull a lot off RE4. They want to play it safe, probably. I agree, and sometimes the old saying is if it's not broke, don't fix it. If they stick to RE4 remake style gameplay for Leon, I'm not going to argue that. Philo says 6 is better than Village. Wow, something I can actually agree on with Philo. Holy shit, that might be the first time I've ever agreed with him.
Wait, what'd he say? 6 is better than Village?
Yes, he said. This is like probably a little while ago because I'm way back in the chat. I'm catching up on messages. Fantastic insight. Jason Lyric said RE9 is giving me RE6 vibes in a 007 type of way. I don't even know what that means, but if 007 is in it, it has to be good, right? So we'll go with that. Jason is our hero said RE6 has best mercenary mode in the franchise. Ooh, that's a hot take. It was a very good mercenary mode. I don't know about the best one, but hey, you know what? Different strokes, different pokes. But he's right that it's fantastic. I'll give him that. He also said, I want to know what bonus game modes come with RE9. Don't we all? Solaire, comfy Leon campaign. I agree. Grace is part of the campaign is what I'm worried about. See, so I'm not the only one. Like I'm a little concerned about her side of the campaign, but I'm moderately optimistic about the entire game. Jason Lyrics, what level of difficulty are you playing on day one? Oh, he asked for Dillon in chat. Oh, listen, I don't know. I don't play with training wheels. I don't play baby games. I'm pretty sure when I popped in RE4 Remake and RE2 Remake, even RE3 Remake, you can only start off on hard mode, if I'm correct. You can't go to the professional or nightmare. You have to usually start easy, normal, hard. I always start on hard. When I played RE4 Remake, I died so many times because, you start off with the pistol. And trying to kill all the villagers with just a pistol and the shotgun on hard mode. I don't know if any of you guys tried it that way. Fucking difficult. If you did it in normal mode, probably wasn't that hard. But fuck, I remember I must have died like a good 10 to 15 times. So hard mode is always the way to go. Back in the 90s or early 2000s, you just did normal mode. But now, to me, hard mode is the new normal mode, in my personal opinion. Jason is our hero. Game of the Year product for Game of the Year lovers. Solaire said normal. Poet Y said the game would play it safe. I agree. What was Solaire said as long as Leon doesn't get killed with a golf club, that's funny. That made me laugh.
Oh, if he does. Oh shit.
Oh my god. Could you imagine? Like that would be like I would be like, am I living in an alternate universe? Did this really just happen?
Yeah, that'd be the end.
That would be like a sick joke. I would probably start crying like into my Xbox. It will be fine. All the hype is back on Resident Evil. Jason said, I agree. Hoping that someone is definitely going to die. My question is, we're not going to lose any tears if Grace gets killed. We're going to cry lots of tears if Leon gets the axe. Jason said, I hope the next Resident Evil has you play as Christopher Redfield. Redfield was he was in Village. I know he didn't play it as long. But, I'm jonesing for little Claire. I kind of miss Claire. I miss Jill. Like, I miss Ada. Where's Barry? Like, where's Barry?
Where's Barry?
Where's Barry? Like, they could bring back some other characters, if you ask me. Let's see, Poe-wise, yeah, they'll do a gotcha kill off if anything. Jason said, in preparation for the release of RE9, I'm going to play through RE Village start to end. I've never finished it yet. It's so bad. It is awful, but if you're a real Resident Evil fan with your certified Resident Evil badge, you have to play it start to finish. Christopher Cardelli said he's a little excited. Deadman said RE8 is the best Call of Duty ever. That's fucking funny.
It is Call of Duty at the end, bro.
That's pretty fucking funny. He also said they don't want to overpromise. And you know what? Cardelli's got a good point. In the world of investing, when CEOs talk about what they're doing at their companies, it is best to underpromise and overdeliver than overdeliver and underpromise.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was underpromise, overdeliver, and then the other way around. Instead of overpromise, underdeliver. Like, that's the worst thing you can do. Like, that's what they did with RE6. When we talked about how Capcom was literally smelling their own fucking shit, and they thought it smelled like roses. And if you go on Google, look at some of the articles that came out about RE6 before it dropped. Oh my God, they were slobbering. It was like Capcom was giving themselves a blowjob. It was ridiculous. They hyped that thing up so hard, and it was a massive, massive bomb. Jason said Village was ass, and the DLC was also ass. Absolutely.
Here's a hot take I agree with. Just finished Village DLC Rose. It was fun and scary. I agree, but it is so not Resident Evil. I don't know, man.
Who said that? Was that Philo?
That was Dre Day 2K.
Oh my lord.
Yep.
I didn't even play the Rose Village DLC. I was like, I refuse. Maybe one day I'll play it when they're charging like 99 cents for it, but I'm not doing it. Back to Raccoon City. Chris Redfield had one standalone game, RE5, that was back on the 360. Yeah, no, but what I was getting at is what Jason said. Chris was featured in a game recently, so like I want to see a character that hasn't been featured in a while. I mean, we haven't seen Claire since Code Veronica. That's a long fucking time. Obviously, you should RE2 remake, but again, that's a remake. We haven't seen Barry since Revelations 2. I mean, there's a lot of characters they could go through. Game demos packed with magazine subscriptions. LOL, that's funny. Yeah, game demos packed with Oh God, that was such a time to be alive. Remember those days, Dylan? You opened up a gaming magazine. There's like 3 CDs inside it.
Oh man, dude, it was so good. PlayStation magazine, fucking Xbox official magazine, fucking 16 playable demos or videos on the disc. God damn.
These kids will never understand how good we had it. Opening up a magazine and a CD just plopped out, and you're like, oh, I guess I'm playing all these demos tonight.
Oh man, it was so awesome. It was badass times, bro.
RE9 makes no sense. Well, we're gonna find out. Hopium, where's the fucking demo? Good Senator, hoping the campaign has meat on the bone. I agree. I think there's going to be meat on the bone. Like I said, I'm concerned about Grace's campaign having less meat on the bone, but I think the meat will be there. It's the sequel to RE2, 6, and 8 in different ways. I don't know if I agree with that, because RE8 took place in like Europe, and RE6 was kind of like a multi-story across multiple parts of the globe. I don't know if RE9 is going to mention what happens in those games, but I don't really know if it's a sequel to those games. I'm not really sure I agree with that. Capcom, no free content for you. That's funny. RE9 looking like a John Wick horror game. Yeah, probably. No Ethan Winters is a good start. That is fantastic. Cardelli's an interesting take. Demos beginning of next month. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it is. Not a good mix. RE6 did fuck up Leon. Crapcom, RE5 coming next. That's what I'm hoping. Chaz, what games do I play? Currently, I've just been playing a lot of Battlefield 6. I love Halo. I love Final Fantasy 7 Remake and 7 Remake Part 2, although 7 Remake Part 2 is not nearly as good. But obviously play Resident Evil. Some of the older Battlefield games like 2042, Battlefield. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't play 2042. I played Battlefield 5 because I got it for $5. Battlefield 1, Battlefield Hardline, Battlefield 4, 3. I'm pretty picky about my games these days. I really don't play a lot. Although I was gonna go buy both RoboCop games because they're like a lot cheaper now because I didn't buy them at launch. And I was also gonna buy Alien Dark Descent because they say it's a pretty entertaining real-time strategy game. And even though I would have liked a game like that to be first-person shooter, it looks kind of fun. Like the whole squad-based RTS and strategy, I kind of like that. So I might pick that up because all 3 games are like $30 now. There's nothing better than getting a full price game for $30 because you didn't buy it in the first couple of years. All RE games are amazing. Village has been the weakest so far. Yeah, I'm not gonna say all RE games are amazing. Resident Evil has been known to have some flubs, but I mean, we're talking about the franchise as a whole. It's certainly one of the best franchises ever created. It's probably going to do 0, 1, Code Veronica, 5, 6. Yeah, well, we'll see what order Capcom takes. I put in 30 minutes in RE6, didn't like it, uninstalled it. Damn, Jason, that's
30
brutal,
minutes?
Bro. Well, you
Dude.
know what? He must have did 30 minutes of Jake's campaign because like I played the Leon campaign first, and I'm glad I did because by playing that first, I was at least like invested to finish the game. If I played the Jake or what was it Jake had his own campaign, and I believe it was Chris had his own. Yeah, it was Chris and Jake and Leon. If I did Jake or Chris first, I might not have finished that game. So I give him credit for being committed to not finishing it. I gotta give him credit for that. They need to go back and do RE1. We can only hope. I agree. I think RE1 is going to get the remake treatment. Question is, first-person shooter or over the shoulder, or both?
Both. Yeah, why even remove the option now? Like, give us both options. Or fixed camera angle, add that too. Shit.
Oh my god. Imagine if Capcom gave us all 3 options and they all played flawlessly. Oh my god, that game would literally sell like 30 million copies.
Take my briefcase.
I don't like Resident Evil 7. It's too heavily inspired by Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Evil Dead. Does not feel like... Okay, I agree with what Dead Man's saying. RE7 did not feel like an RE game at times, but I was cool with the reinvention, and I really liked the stalking, of Jack Baker, and obviously there was callbacks to the other, callbacks to RE with some of the puzzles and stuff like that. I do agree though that Village, it's not really like an RE game. It's kind of like one, but it's not. But again, I will always be forever grateful to RE7 because that game put them back on the map when they were in obscurity. I think if 7 was a failure, and I know some fans didn't like 7, that's fine. You're never going to please everyone in this fucking franchise. But the thing is, 7 was well received by critics, fans, and where it matters, copies sold. Like I always say, those are the 3 pillars of any successful product. You have to have the critics like it. Well, when we're talking about like music, movies, and video games, when critics like something and fans like something and it makes money, those are your pillars for success. Village had all 3. If Village was a financial flop, I don't even know where Resident Evil would be right now. Like, I don't think it's be where it is right now. I think they would have probably, the setbacks would have probably pushed things and projects down the line. And who knows? I'm not saying RE would be extinct or anything, but where do you think where do you think the series would be if Village was like a disaster? Like, where Village was like a terrible fucking release? Like, where do you think the franchise would be right now?
I think they would slam the remakes. I think they would go on a pure remake bender until they are financially stable again and secure. I think we'd be on a different course, I mean, similar to what we have now. Similar. I don't think Village was that impactful for some reason. They didn't change everything in the franchise. They changed the roots. They changed the original happening, but I don't know. It seems like Village hasn't had a great impact on this game I'm looking at right here. It looks no.
Great. I was saying if RE7 was a disaster.
Oh,
where do you
7?
Yeah, if 7 was a flop, it was terrible all across the board. Do you think the ripple effects would have really impacted this franchise?
Yeah,
it's hard to say. I think it would, but the problem is I can't pin down how bad the result would have been. Like, would it have pushed every release sideways by 5 or 6 years? Would there have been mass layoffs? Would they have never gone back to doing remakes? Would they have tried to reboot the brand again?
No. They would have just recoursed, They would have recoursed and come back with, one of their remakes or something, and that's all there is to it. I think they would just ignore it, kind of like an anomaly. I don't think everything banked on Biohazard working. I think a bit of it did. Like, they wanted to test and see if they could bring the same fans back in for a new ride. And it worked. It worked. If it didn't work, I just think they would once again recourse. I think they would have turned the wheel in a different direction. It's Capcom, we're talking about.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. If 7 was a flop, they probably would have never made Village or 9. They would have just been like, all right, we're going to remake everything now and then figure it out later. So back to the comments. We got Jason saying, I thought Village was better than 7. Ooh, that's a hot take. I mean, I'd love to hear why he thinks that. I'll never slam someone for their opinion unless it's like blatantly terrible. Like, I've heard some pretty bad opinions. But I'm not going to knock it. I think 7 was far better than Village. The only reason mentioned RE6 because Leon failed and the president turned into a zombie. Leon was hired to protect the president. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Leon might have PTSD from his failures. Okay, yeah, no, I get that. RE8 feels like Call of Duty. Absolutely. RE9 should be the next Grand Theft Auto. Oh, my God. So these comments are fantastic tonight. Let's talk about the showcase. Yeah, Poet made a good point about, well, what else could they put in the showcase? They don't want to give out info or padding time, but I felt like, to me, if it's a showcase, you don't talk about one game. You talk about multiple games. You talk about multiple projects. They only talk about one game, which to me makes it an RE9 showcase, but that's okay. Isolation is more tension than scary, which makes it scary. I guess it's scary then. Yes, Alien Isolation is scary. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, they talked about why they gave him a Porsche. They made that a talking point. How many video games have we played and not care about the vehicle? Yeah, I agree. I thought the Porsche and the watch thing were, I don't know, a little corny. I mean, not. I won't say it was terrible, but like it was a little. It kind of felt like pulling out a cup made of platinum and swinging it around and asking for change on the corner. Like, hey, buy my product.
Yeah.
Hey, donate your hard-earned money to this product in my gold, my 24 karat gold cup. Will Leon have a separate campaign? Looks like Leon is meant over the shoulder and gracious for its person. That's how. Oh yeah, that's a hot take. Poet said showcase feels like RE9 will be a short game. I sincerely hope not, because if we're getting a campaign that's like 2 different characters, they're supposed to be intertwined. I'm not saying it's supposed to be 20 hours of gameplay, but God, I hope it's not like a 5-6 hour adventure, because that would probably piss me off. But that, I mean, again, quality over quantity. I'll take a great 6-hour experience over a garbage 18-hour experience. But I would like to think this game's got to be double digits in the hours department. That's what I would hope for. I don't want a short campaign that's like 4 to 6 hours. I think that's a joke. They've got to deliver in 2026. Anonymous Boss said. I agree. They have to deliver this. I think this is kind of I won't say make or break moment for RE9 as a mainline game, but I think there's a lot riding on it. What do you think? Do you think this is make or break or just a big moment for the mainline? Because the mainline series is, it's been a little wobbly the last few tries. Like 6 was not great. 7 I thought was good. I thought 8 was a step back, and now you got 9 coming out. So they've been a little rocky.
Only in our perspective. Honestly, all of those games are quite successful, and look, no matter what they did here, they're going to win. Even if they put a fucking clown enemy in this game, I'm telling you. It doesn't even matter. But as far as the runtime, I'm not worried about the runtime. It's going to be hard to get through certain areas. This is a Resident Evil game, We're going to have to master our environment. We're going to have to figure out puzzles. Like, we're back to it.
I mean, yeah, like, I know money rules the roost, but like I said, from a pillar perspective, 6 was not very well received by fans. It was not well received by the critics, and it forced Capcom to kind of reassess the franchise. And then 7 was the opposite, but then 8 8 actually technically had all 3 pillars, which as much as I hate to admit it.
Yeah.
But I do think a lot of those pillars, particularly fan scores, were newer fans to the series. I think a lot of the OG fans, like me and you and others, were not thrilled with Village. Yes, I know the new fans are important. They put money in the pockets of the company. They kind of carry the torch of the franchise, and they're there, and I get it. They help grow the franchise. I understand it. I respect it. But I do think if you just looked, like, if they were able to poll like all the OG fans who grew up with the first couple games on first gen consoles, like so PS1 only, I would like to think probably 75% or more did not like Village. But again, we're not the majority anymore. We're not, like, we're the Zoomers, and the younger fans are probably outnumbering us, I imagine. So, but yeah, as much as I want to say Village was a failure, it really wasn't. It's just I don't think it was. I don't see how anyone could think it's better than 7. I just don't see that at all. I think 7 was better across the board in pretty much every aspect. I mean, the gameplay was obviously very similar to 7. There was really no difference there. Like, gameplay was fine, sound quality's fine, graphics are fine, all that stuff's okay. But we're talking about story and atmosphere. I'm sorry. I think Village was pretty bad in my opinion, but that's just me. So
I think it was terrible, but
yeah, I'm probably being nice by just saying it's not as good. I think, yeah, I think terrible is really not a bad way to describe it. And then that last mission where you're literally like Call of Duty Redfield was pretty bad. Like, I remember just thinking, Jesus Christ, when is this game going to end? I'm tired of this game. Like, especially when I was just ripping through all the fucking werewolves with like all that like high-tech weaponry with the night vision. I'm like, this is fucking retarded.
You know
like,
what,
Jesus
Chaz? You know what it is? We're OGs. We've seen this franchise since day one, and it has shapeshifted. Imagine if we were OGs of, like, say, Call of Duty or Battlefield or something like that. We'd probably feel, similar, shaky about all these changes and radical, fucking... Let's just put it this way. We were there since day one. We've seen it when it was at its peak, when it's, fallen flat. A lot of these people who have come in are either brand new to the franchise or, they weren't even born when this shit was popping off. So, I mean, it's kind of like, how do you put it? We've got the certified badge for a reason. We've been there. And it's a tough thing, man, to see all these changes and accept every one of them. I don't accept every one of them, but I don't know. It's like
no, I agree. Change is good when it works.
When it works, yeah. It's like
RE4 remake over RE4. I still think in certain aspects RE4 is a superior game. Like, overall, not graphics or any kind of anything specific. But then RE4 remake definitely expanded on things that RE4 did and made them a lot better. So, like, but again, like, they're both great games. Like to me, it's like, oh, I might think RE4 is a Ferrari and RE4 remake is, a Lamborghini, but they're both great fucking cars. I'll have no problem getting into either one of them and loving both of them so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but was it what comment? I think it was. Oh yeah, Riley said 6 almost destroyed the franchise, where Village was a step back. I agree. I think, even though I think 6 might be the better game, 6 was extremely jarring. Like, the fallout from 6 was bad. Like, you could find the articles after the game was released. Every article post-release was like, oh, RE6, does not hit the mark. Fans are upset. Fans are demanding change. Like, you'll see the outrage if you go back and find it. Like, I don't know if Reddit was really popular back then. Probably not. It might not have been around yet. But you could probably find video game forums that served as Reddit for, diehard gamers and find what people were saying about that game. That game was a monster pile of dog shit. And even though I could argue 6 was probably better than Village at the time, because Village was not in the equation, you couldn't compare it. 6 was definitely far more disruptive to the series at that time. So I agree. I agree with what he's saying. He's not wrong. He's actually pretty correct on that. What else we got here? Any other good comments I haven't read yet? Had a lot. Here's Philo. Had a lot of fun replaying RE6 and can go back replaying anytime. But Village, I can't go back to replay since it was just bad. Wow, is that a second comment? I agree with Philo on. Jesus Christ,
damn.
Two comments in one night. I don't think it was possible.
Yeah, bro.
Rose had magic powers. Well, now that I know she had magic powers, I don't have to play the DLC, I guess, because I'm not playing that garbage now. I didn't know she had magic powers. I just thought she had like some abilities. I didn't know she had magic powers.
It's Inception. That's what the game is.
That's the worst. For Inception, can we just talk about how hot that broad was before she decided to like chop her tits off?
No, we can't. That's so out of the fucking. That's so out of pocket, Chaz. That's so distant.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, she was so hot though. Like she was such a cutie.
Cope and seethe.
Team just has a random comment where he says Sheva, which is great because I mean, Sheva's great. We could talk about Sheva all the time. I don't care. We could be talking about fucking, I don't know, the next GTA game, and someone could just be like Sheva. I'm like, yeah, let's talk about Sheva for 10 minutes. I could always talk about Sheva.
Hell yeah, I'd put a fucking poster of that broad on my fucking wall.
I would let her sit on my mustache like a chair. Anonymous Boss Gaming said, bring back the actual characters. I agree. I kind of missed some of the characters from the first few games. We don't see them anymore. Y'all got demos on those discs. I got M-rated anime. Yo, I don't know what magazine Poet was reading because I never got any M-rated anime on my fucking video games. My video game demos. Keenan said, did you all pre-order your port? That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Definitely not forking over the money for the Resident Evil port, although I thought it was kind of amusing. Good old magazine days. I did not even waste my money on Village DLC. I think the campaign will be about 8 to 10 hours. That's probably a decent estimate, although I'm going to hope it's more like, for both campaigns, I'm hoping for at least 12 hours minimum, 6 and 6. Maybe I'm reaching, but I mean, RE4 Remake was a lot. That was a long campaign. So hopefully we get something decent. Imagine playing Battlefield 6. Okay, Contrarian. Battlefield 6 is far. Yeah, Battlefield 6 is far more superior than COD 7. So Resident Evil 5 should have been the final game in the series. I don't care what anyone says about my take. Well, you know what, Deadman? You said your take, so I'm going to respond to it. I don't know if I'd have a problem with that either. I think 5 could have been a good stopping point in theory, or at least a stopping point for Chris and Jill's characters, and they could have continued the mainline series with other characters. I'm not going to say he's wrong. I'm not going to say it's a bad take. I can't believe how many players have given up on Battlefield 6 when playing it too. They need to fix the hit detection. Yeah, I agree. Hit detection's a little wonky. Battlefield's not what it used to be. Nothing is. Nothing is what it used to be. Look at Halo. Look at the fall. Look at the fall from grace Halo's had. Like, it's funny because this is how spoiled Halo fans were. For you Halo fans that have your certified badges, and I don't know, Dillon, I'm pretty sure you have a certified Halo badge, correct?
Yeah, since day one I've been there.
Do you remember how, and it wasn't many, it was only a small contingent, like kind of like your boomer Halo fans who like probably were like 25, 30 when the first game came out, like older than we were. I remember there was a small contingent of people that thought Halo Reach was dog shit. And I remember I used to tell these people, I'm like, you guys are out of your fucking mind. There's nothing wrong with this game. It's just not Master Chief, and the campaign was a noir where everyone died, and the multiplayer introduced some things that people didn't like people didn't like the jetpacks and armor lock, although I thought armor lock was fucking hysterical. Like, you could troll so hard using armor lock. Like, nothing was more satisfying than like a ghost about to impale you and you drop armor lock and the ghost blows up and you get the kill. I loved it personally, but there were people who swore that Halo Reach was dog shit. I would like to find those people now and be like, how do you feel about Halo Reach now, looking back at it, like compared to Halo 4 and 5 and Infinite? Because if you think Halo Reach was dog shit, I want to know what you think about these last 3 games. Because Halo Reach was not dog shit, and 2, look how far the franchise has fallen. I bet those same people would kill for a quality caliber game of Halo Reach right about now. Now, I don't know how you feel about Halo Reach. I forgot. We haven't talked about it in a minute, but what were your thoughts on it at the time and, maybe in retrospect?
Dog shit. It was broken for me on whatever console I was playing it on, be it the Series S or the Xbox One. It was broken for me, and I have the footage somewhere. People have told me, Dylan, I don't fucking believe
you. Did you wait? If you had it, I had it on 360 because I was in college, and there was no Xbox One for years after. So did you play it on Xbox One? Like, did you buy it? Okay, so you know what? I'm assuming you played it on Xbox One a few years after it launched, and they probably did a shitty job optimizing it. Because I had it for Xbox 360. That was the only console you could get it on for several years. And then they had it on Xbox One as a digital download, if I'm correct. So it might just have been optimized shitty because on the 360 that game played flawlessly. It played just as good as the others. Played just as good as 3 or ODST. I'm assuming you played it on Xbox One when Xbox One came out in like 2014, I think. 2014 or 15.
A few years later, but
yeah, that's probably why. And you know what? That's not your fault. It's their fault because like there's no excuse to not make that game run better on later hardware. You know what I mean? Like if you were a first time player putting Reach into Xbox One and it played like shit, there's no excuse for that. No exceptions.
No exceptions. Yeah, man. Let's see. Philo says the only bad Resident Evil games are RE-Verse and Resistance. Wow.
That's obviously, I'm guessing Philo's never played. What was that game where you play as the dude on? Was it Shiva Island or not Shiva, but like Shina Island? And it was like the gunplay one on PS1 that was real bad. Survivor, I think it was called.
Oh, that was trash.
Oh, that was bad. I guess he never played Resident Evil Gaiden. I guess he never played Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City or Umbrella Corps. I'm assuming he didn't play those games, so maybe that's why he feels that way. Because let's be honest, Resident Evil has not hit the home run every time out. There's been plenty of strikeouts.
Yeah, Umbrella Corps was shockingly bad. I can't believe they really made that game.
Cardelli agreed with us that RE1 Remake would be good with all 3 camera angles, especially first person view. I agree. I think if you can, as long as each camera angle plays the game the same, like there's no issues with like hit detection and things like that, like it all works balanced. Oh god, I would kill to see every game going forward remade with all 3 angles. I would fucking probably cream myself for that. Remakes should try to bring it back after survival horror. 7 was the only ones, despite its departure from usual characteristics. Yeah, I could agree with that. They should have ended Ethan's story in 7. Although I got to give Village credit. I definitely like the father saving daughter trope. I'm not going to lie. Ethan dying, saving his daughter. I'm not going to lie. That was probably the highlight of Ethan's arc. Like, no matter how much you hated Ethan's character, I don't think anyone was like happy he died saving his daughter. Like I was kind of like, oh man, this is kind of sad. And you had this long artist adventure to save your kid. So like, I don't know. I thought it worked. I thought it was a good trope. It's a trope that's been used time and time again in all kinds of media or mediums. But I'm not gonna lie. I kind of felt bad for Ethan dying at the end of Village. That's just me. Maybe I'm an emotional guy, but I thought they did it pretty well. Like for all the flaws the character had. Village felt like it was made by Tim Burton, zero RE vibe. That weird Tim Burton like trailer opening thing. Like I literally thought like they were stealing off Tim Burton. Like I was wondering, I'm like, did Tim Burton give them like permission to use something that's similar to his animation? Like I was wondering if Tim Burton was involved. Like I don't know if he was or not. I mean, it's probably something we'd have to look up. But I literally thought like this looks like something Tim Burton helped them with. Maybe they actually listen to Fansall Village wasn't well received. Yeah, they don't listen to us, Poet. I'm sorry. I wish they did. Might throw the franchise. They might. Oh, here back to what the past thing we were talking about. Cardelli said they might have dropped the franchise if 7 didn't do well, or they put more effort into the Re2 remake, Re3 remake. RE Village might have been hugely different. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, obviously, we'll never know. It's like in an alternate universe, but like I do ponder where the series would be if 7 was a monster flop. We need Justin Bieber to play Leon in the new Resident Evil movie. Absolutely not. Justin Bieber's not even hot. He's not muscular. Like I'm sorry, that's a disturbing Leon. There's so many better actors you can put in there. Village was incredible, memorable characters. Ooh, Keem's the hot take. I would rather have a Resident Evil reboot than 9. Nemesis, you're up next. Yeah, Nemesis. Yeah, I'm gonna get off the line in a few minutes. I want others to be able to call in if that's okay, if they want to. Right about that, Chaz. A showcase does feel like it's going to be meaty. It's 13-minute showcase, 3 minutes was about the card watch. Yeah, I agree. That was all right. Listen, I'll get off unless there's any more here. We'll call it 11 rounds. We go 12 rounds. We'll have one more debate or one more like back and forth. What do you got for me that you want to fire off and see if you can make me take the bait?
Well, Chaz, you said you wanted something at this event. What does that mean? Did you want a remake or some online facet, to attach to this, or what?
I wanted something. I wanted them to just, and I get it. They're not going to try to take, I guess thinking about it in the last couple of hours since the showcase was on, they don't want to probably reveal their hands because you have a new game coming out, and I'm sure this game probably cost a lot of money, so you want this game to sell a lot of copies. And I get that. I get it. Capitalism. Gotta make money to keep making new products. I get that. But in a perfect world, they could have revealed something that is maybe like 2 years away. Say like 2028. Didn't even have to be a full trailer. It could have just been like a tease of like another game, whether it was another probably something along the lines of another remake. Like could have been could have been anything. Could have been 0. Could have been 1 Outbreak. I would have liked because we all know they're working on 1. We've heard rumors. We've heard rumors of 0 getting the treatment. We've heard rumors of Code Veronica getting it. We've heard rumors of 5 getting it. But obviously, they're all rumors. We don't know which one they're actually working on. Like I'm sure right now they are fleshing out. They have a dev team working on one of these games. It would have been nice if they said, just not even like with a trailer, just like a little tease where they just drop the number and like maybe like a zombie or whatever, some blood, some bullet shots, whatever, and just said, hey, 2028, and then they revealed which remake's coming next. Didn't have to be anything crazy. And obviously if they showed it as like, or they didn't have to put a year on it. They could just could put TBA to be announced. No one's going to be like, oh, well, I'm going to hold off buying RE9 because I'm more curious about the RE4 remake or the RE5 remake. They wouldn't have done that. Fans will open their wallet for both games. They could have done something like that where 99% of the showcase was focused on 9, and then they have a nice big fat juicy reveal at the end of the showcase. But they didn't do that. I thought that was a missed opportunity, but hopefully, because the anniversary of the game is this year, so I'd imagine we'll get a separate showcase maybe months from now. That's what I'm hoping, like maybe a summer showcase, but that's what I was hoping to see. But that's just me asking for a lot because I demand excellence from Capcom. We don't demand mediocrity. When fans demand mediocrity, that's when we start getting shitty games. We should be demanding excellence from these devs and publishers.
100%. I can't agree anymore. I wasn't hoping for anything too specific. If I could ask for one thing, perhaps it would be like Outbreak or something like that. Something not, too big. Not too fucking big that it impacts this product, like Resident Evil 3 released with what? Resistance or fucking RE-verse or something.
Ugh,
and absolute shit.
Don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah. Well,
I
this is
didn't
more
even try
focused.
REverse. I refused to even play it. I'm like, I'm not allowing Capcom to be like, well, there was 9 million gaming hours on REverse, so it wasn't a total flop. I didn't give them 1 second towards that counter.
You didn't play it?
No. I watched some gameplay on YouTube, and I was like, this is shit on the bottom of my shoe. I don't need to play it. I don't need to play it. It looks like dog shit.
It really was, but it's even worse than it looked. It was worse, man. Holy shit. Torture simulator. Oh, man.
I mean, like I said, I thought today was a good opportunity for them to maybe tease the next game, even if it was 3 years away or 2.5 years away. But I got a feeling Capcom's going to drop more shit this year because you can't just have the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil and all you have to show for is one mainline game. What was it? They said in the showcase, Village and Seven, we're gonna have gold editions on the Switch too, which is cool. Like if you never played those games and you got a Switch too, cool. Like there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, some new audience players might get into that. And then they talked about what was it? The Resident Evil. I guess it was the live music chorus. Like that's kind of cool. Like I don't know how many shows they're gonna have, but if they're in the Northeast and it's accessible by car, I'd probably go. I think that'd be neat. Just like I would like to go to the Final Fantasy VII chorus or symphony, whatever they call it. I wouldn't mind doing that either. But if let's just say that they don't do anything else for RE beyond 9 being released, that would be kind of disturbing. Like this is the 30th anniversary of this franchise. They should be pulling out stops between now to December 31st. That's just my opinion. They should be pulling out every couple months. We should be getting some kind of new like tidbit of something. But that's just me.
Well, Chaz, I can guarantee this, sir. We will be getting more Resident Evil. More than just Resident Evil 9. Good old Zach Krager coming through with his damn abomination of a movie. So regardless, the 30th anniversary will be well represented this year.
That movie, I'm telling you right now, I'm not holding out much hope for it. I'm gonna fucking hope it's a home run. Hell, actually, I'll take a triple. I don't even want a home run. A home run's asking too much. I just want a respectable Resident Evil movie that's not garbage. But I just don't know if I trust this asshole after he was pretty much like, well, we're going to, subvert expectations. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Just make a fucking movie that people like. They're giving you a ton of money. They're giving you a massive budget. Don't fuck it up. But that's what these people do. I mean, Hollywood's run out of ideas. Hollywood can't make anything anymore. That's why great movies are coming out like once or twice a year. Back in the 90s or the early 2000s, there were like 1 or 2 great movies every couple months. That's not even up for debate. So we'll see. We'll see how that movie turns out. I don't have much faith. I don't know how much faith you have in it. I have none. So
I'm reserving all faith.
None. I have none. It's pretty sad that the first Resident Evil movie is going to go down as the best one. Like, how scary is that?
That's frightening, bro, that they can get it that wrong, but still, it's like the closest they've gotten. Oh, geez, Louise.
All right, well, listen, this is for the chat. Hopefully someone's going to call in, put on their thinking cap, go 12 rounds with Dillon. Go 12 rounds with me, call me out, tell me what I was right or wrong about, tell me I was wrong about everything. You can tell me I'm a fucking retard. I'm cool with it. I like the going back and forth. I love civil dialogue. I love being able to ping pong ideas and opinions off each other, because if we all thought the same thing, that's not the world I want to live in. That's not the gaming world I want to live in. Could you imagine if everyone thought the same thing all the time and agreed on everything? Oh, what a terrible world.
Oh man, turn everything off and just stay at home plugged in all day. That's the new reality if that happened. Jeez.
Absolutely.
Louise.
I would just beg for mommy and daddy's credit card and just consume.
Yeah, at that point, good lord, man. We appreciate you calling in, Chaz, given the reality check that was necessary.
Love coming into the show. Love talking shit. Love supporting the channel. And guess what? As soon as I get back into the chat, I'm going to support the channel some more.
We appreciate
but someone better call in, because if no one calls in, I'm going to be watching.
Yeah, Chaz is watching.
Ooh, I'm watching. All right. I'm going to finally get off the lines. Hopefully someone else calls in next, and it's over.
Until next time, Jazz.
Until next time, ta-ta.
Hell yeah. Always a clean reality check with this guy. This guy doesn't fuck around when it comes to Resident Evil. And I think this showcase, I think we literally told it how it exactly is. I don't think this is over-promising. I don't think this is overproduced. I don't think this is underdone, undercooked. I think there are plenty of new mechanics, and shit, man. What the fuck is there to complain about exactly? If you don't like Grace, well, you've got Leon. If Grace is the majority of the game, well, maybe we haven't seen enough yet to judge if it's really, like, detrimental in any way. The way I see it, it's like two sides of a coin. This side is going to be the survival horror side where we're kind of, you know, a little more helpless. And Leon's going to be the fucking fun side where you're just literally chopping away through these fucks. At least that's from what I can tell. Leon's the karmic relief, I guess. He's the karmic relief where, you know, you're probably getting slapped around as Grace, but then big badass fucking presidential Leon comes in. Fucking chops. Hell yeah. Zendaya should be a banned word. I agree. Was there anyone else who wanted to speak on the matter and call in on Discord? Feel free, just make sure you let me know in this chat. Okay, Hopium's calling in, he says. Okay, we'll keep an eye here. We definitely love to hear from the people. This is a big event, and I don't take it lightly. So I'll keep an eye on Discord here for a minute while we figure out what's going on here. One of these days, we got to have a real showdown in voice comms. A lot of voices at once type thing. I know that can get chaotic, but I think there's some value in that. Not too chaotic, though. If it's literally two people having a conversation... If it's two parties having a conversation and it's four people, you know, combined, it's tough, but... I'd love to have a Royal Rumble with words sometimes. Let's see... I gotta keep an eye on Discord, otherwise I won't see it. For some reason, I don't get voice notifications or audio notifications on here. I really don't understand it, but either way. I don't know. As far as chat goes, is there anyone in here who thinks this is not a dub? We've got the Hopium Gardener live in the compartment bay. How's it going, good sir?
Dillon in the details. What are we doing, man?
Oh, man. Life's about a dream, and I'm living on easy street.
You brought a Hopium to the algorithm?
You brought a Hopium to the algorithm? What's wrong with you?
What is wrong? Why are you blue? Yeah. I mean, look, yeah, Chaz pretty much said everything, you know, that needed to be said, but, you know, I'll put my takes on this, you know, like, you know, as I said, I'm fairly normie when it comes to this franchise because I'm new to this franchise, but yeah, like I said the other day, I still think they're going to do a bait and switch.
You think Grace is the main character of this story?
Yeah, I definitely do.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think there's definitely something going on there, you know.
I could see that.
Yeah. And see, my question is, yeah, this is gonna sound pretty out there, but do we really need like a female Ethan Winters?
Well, The thing about Ethan Winters is that I really hated, like, you know, out of everything, this is one thing I really hated. He was invincible. Grace is like basically a a baby, a college baby, you know, going into a fucking war, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's gonna sound obvious, but it's like, are people really looking at this and going like, oh yeah, I can't wait for Grace's campaign? It's like, yeah, it's not looking that exciting. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. We have not seen very much of her campaign, like sneaking around with, you know, the grandma creature sneaking around and shit, but we haven't seen too much. So there is a lot of mystery there. You're right.
Yeah, and it's the whole thing of like, yeah, it's also a brand new character as well. So it's like they're obviously going to put, like I said the other night, they're going to put a lot of stock in this character, but they're going to have to amp it up really, really hard to get this pretty engaging, you know, because everyone's obviously, and rightfully so, everyone's flocking to Leon's campaign, you know. And what percentage of people are going to be like, oh yeah, Grace's campaign is fantastic. And, you know, it might as well be. It could be. You know, it could be a lot of atmosphere in that, you know, because it's essentially two different campaigns by the sound of it, you know.
Yeah.
You've got the sneaking around and then you've got the action campaign. But if they want this character in future entries, they're going to have to do a lot of stuff with this new character, you know?
You're not wrong, dude. They're basically going to be... She's the daughter of a previous character who was not very important, not very integral to overall Resident Evil. She was like the deeper lore backstory type of thing. So they are going to have to work very hard for people to enjoy Grace, you know?
Yeah, totally. Like, and I don't want to get conspiratorial again, but what if she is just Ashley with a different identity?
Like, literally?
Yeah, maybe. You know, you got Leon there. So it's like she's blonde and, you know, it could be.
That would be fucking crazy.
Right? Like, it kind of all just comes together when you think about it. It's like, yeah, you've got Leon in there, you've got this blonde character, they're both coming together. You know, he's coming back to save her by the looks of it. It's like, you know, I'm like I said, I'm being very conspiratorial, but you know, never say never.
No, absolutely. Never say never. Shit, as far as I can tell, she could be a clone or something like that, but I think the age that Ashley would be in this is like 30-something, and this chick looks like maybe in her 20s or so, but I don't know, you're right. Dude, it's Resident Evil. They could do fucking anything at this point, bro. They had a fucking Heisenberg. In the Heisenberg.
All this time it was you.
All this time it was you. Heisenberg. No, it's the truth though, man. At least what this game is offering, you know, everyone loves Leon. They'll love slashing and, you know, chainsawing these fucking zombies.
And look, it's like, does Leon's campaign, from what we've seen, does it look objectively good? Yeah. Does it look fun? Yeah. I don't think anyone can deny that.
Yeah.
It's the simple fact of what he's attached to. I think people need to, you know, just be a bit skeptical on what he's essentially attached to. Because, you know, like I said, we know his campaign's going to have fun, obviously, but yeah, we don't know about this Grace at all.
Yeah. Dude, for all I know, they could, like, pull out a a card they've never pulled out, and she could be the villain or some shit like that, you know?
Yeah. I was just about to say that. Imagine if, like, yeah, she has like her own ulterior motives. But that leads me to think, like, what if I was thinking this earlier, what if she might be the villain? They split this game into two parts. Something happens to Leon, and then it continues into number 10.
That would be psychotic, bro. That would be gnarly.
Like, and then you've got, a couple more entries that are like Leon versus Grace.
Whoa. Dude, what the fuck?
Because, like, do you think, and obviously we don't know, but do you see this new character of Grace? Like, do you see her going into future entries, with all the characters we still have?
Not so much. I see her as a
Yeah.
Sheva. I see her as like Mia Winters or something like that. I see her as like this is her only game to me.
True.
At least that's how I feel. Like from what I can tell, she doesn't seem like a Claire. She doesn't seem like a Jill. She's a noob.
No, she's obviously not, trained or anything. Like, obviously that's why they're putting her in the survival horror, elements. Yeah, like the slower parts. What I mean.
It makes sense because if Leon were put in that, he'd just literally pull out his Desert Eagle and like,
Yeah. That leads me to think, like, obviously they want more characters, obviously, but no one would be really skeptical when you think of it if it was just a Leon game. Like, did you ever think of that? Like, what if it was simply just a Leon game again?
I would expect something to happen. I would expect a forced, like, no matter what, I would expect something forced in like this. Like, it would be inevitable to me.
Yeah. No, I get that. Like, yeah, like, I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard to tell at this point. It's like I keep saying, could be a fantastic game, but could also be let down by a lot.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Village literally had Chris Redfield right on the front cover, so.
Yeah, that was like a anti-hero or whatever.
Yeah, and then the game turned out to be a pile.
But what if they flip the switch and then, they make Leon the anti-hero and you're supposed to sympathize with Grace going after Leon?
Dude, the train crash, the fucking derailment that would happen, bro. That it would all be gone. Nuclear vaporized Resident Evil.
Yeah, like, and yeah, like I said, yeah, they anti-hero Leon up like he's just basically Chris from fucking Seven. Like he disappears with something, and then it's like, yeah, you're playing as Grace in the next game as well, and
That would be crazy. I don't see her coming back. I think this might set up a big what do you call reunion, I think.
Yeah, like I said, unless she's someone's daughter, someone we don't know, like
Yeah. Definitely food for thought.
Thank you. I know, I've just got all these conspiracy theories in my mind. It's kind of fun to look on that way because they could just rug pull you and just do something really bad if you don't question it.
Yeah.
Like the whole death, like it hasn't been confirmed obviously, but people are speculating and it's been floating around that there is going to be a major death. Like, and I've heard it's one of the main heroes. So like, and I could be completely wrong about that, obviously, but there is something like that floating around out there, you know.
Well, there is one theory that we have not spoken about. Do you think Ada Wong will be following close behind Leon in this? That's a big theory going around.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Dude, if they kill Ada, I'll fucking flip a truck.
Yeah, it's going to be someone, like, whether it's in the next game or whatever, whether it's Chris, because I've heard Chris is probably maybe the next one to go. Like, I don't know. What are you speculating on this? I don't, like, Ada or maybe who else? Like,
I mean, it wouldn't be too insane to say maybe Claire. I don't know. Like I said earlier to Chaz, this feels like almost a sequel to the second game.
Yeah, and you're not wrong about that, really. But the thing with this, I don't know, I'm kind of coming from a normie perspective here, obviously. But from the little gameplay we saw, it's not, besides a few tweaks, it's not really doing much outside of the Resident Evil 4 remake, is it? Like, from what we can see.
What specifically?
Like, it's not really, I don't know, this is just my opinion, obviously, but it doesn't really look like anything's really advancing in that regard. And, you know, obviously we haven't seen enough gameplay, but I don't know, I could be completely wrong.
Thank you.
I see what you're saying.
Cardarelli 1328
yeah, I don't know, that's just my normie opinion, obviously. I'm not an expert like Nemesis or Chaz, but just something to, you know, I mean, I'm sure I'll be wrong about that, because, you know, it looks fun, like I said.
Can't wait for Leon one-liners, Christopher says, especially around Ada to Grace. Around Ada to Grace? Dude, this guy's already set on Ada being a part of this. Maybe I'm delusional.
Yeah. Ada's probably going to get all jealous that Grace is going to probably be hitting on Leon and, you know,
good.
Probably going to be slap fights all around, and that's what causes the disruption in the group.
That'd be great, man.
And then, you know, one party goes one way and one goes the other way, and then Leon's in the middle just saying, like, what the hell?
What the hell?
I'm an incel. Why do you even care?
Yeah. Oh, shit. Leon, the incel by choice. He doesn't want any of this women shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, he doesn't want Ashley. He doesn't want Ada. You know, he looks like he doesn't want Grace. You know, he's like Patrick Bateman.
Yeah, he's sick of this shit. He just... Oh, man.
He's just, I want to fit in.
I want to fit in. Makes sense. Yeah, Leon, the new Patrick Bateman.
Imagine the DLC with, imagine if you could get a DLC with Patrick Bateman's suit and hair.
Oh, well, it looks like we get something close to that. Fucking 20s outfit. So weird to me, man. I am not interested in this DLC or deluxe edition. What is this donkey shit?
It's just the same as every other company nowadays. They're just trying to shove a whole bunch of shit in there. Yeah. You know, I look at that and I'm just like, no. Like, I don't care. Like, and to go off topic, like, why the watches and why the Porsche? Why are we talking about that?
You know, money's a big, big deal in this organization, and I must assume that Capcom likes to pile bigger and bigger, you know? Remember Walter White's pile? It was so big, how do we spend this in a lifetime type thing? They want that. So.
Yeah. It's Walter White. It's like 80 million. you know?
Do you think we'll get to drive this shit?
No, absolutely not.
Bro,
Because
what?
you're gonna have one half that are gonna say they want to, and then the other half are gonna be like, "What the f?" And then it's gonna be like, such a divide on that. But realistically, there's no point in why showcase this? I don't get it.
Like I said, it's cheaper than a TV commercial. They're broadcasting it on their own, so yeah.
Tell me this, if this is like an apocalyptic scenario, where the hell did he get this flash Porsche?
Well, this is the good part of the country, I guess, and Raccoon City, Midwest is nuked.
Yeah, like Leon's got all his money together again. It's good to see, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he was president's fucking bodyguard, so yeah, it makes sense. He's got the big bucks.
True. There might be a line slipped in there, like, yeah, this was a gift,
This was a gift. Yeah. Oh, it was.
Yeah, I'd rather him. So it would be funnier if, as a little Easter egg, Leon just turns up in a Pontiac, like Walter's Pontiac. That would make more sense.
Dude, that'd be epic.
At least you could say, like, oh, that makes sense for a shittier car in this environment.
Thank you.
But he's pulling up with the Elon Mobile.
328 has just donated $5 through Super Chat. If we drove the Resident Evil car, one step closer to GTA Resident Evil.
Wow. Yeah, Chris makes a point here. If we drove the Resident Evil car one step closer to GTA Resident Evil, which I theorize will be a thing someday.
So true.
Like open world. I can't believe they didn't do that with the third game.
I'm surprised there hasn't been like a proper open world element to this franchise yet. I'm honestly surprised.
Same, bro. I mean, it's the natural evolution of these games, don't you think, that they would step into the open world format at some point?
Well, that's true. Like, and every company goes through it, whether they do a fucking battle royale or a whatever. They go through the motions of what they want. Yeah. They go through the motions of what they want to do. So, but yeah, I am curious to like see what elements they are going to add to it, despite my skepticism.
Yeah. Like you said, at least we got the gore back. It's a violent Resident Evil game as opposed to like, just, I don't know, man. I need blood. I need heads popping off in Resident Evil. It's been a part of the formula the whole time. None of this monster goo shit. Blood, gore, body parts flying.
And it really does seem like they're delivering on that, because it looks like you've got fucking geysers now, so in a way. Geysers of anime blood.
Dude, fuck yeah. I mean, more the better in most cases.
See, I'd be curious though, like, even though it's a small detail, like, what's with the hatchet though, Where did that come from?
Yeah, I'm curious where it came from. Maybe Leon's got some purpose or reason, but I personally prefer a hatchet.
It's cool, like, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's kind of out of left field in a way. Obviously, not in the world they're in. Like, it's obviously useful, but, you'd think he'd upgrade his knife or something to like a Rambo friggin' knife.
Yeah, or bring back his old knife that he got from Krauser type of thing.
Yeah, but now he's just like, yeah, look at this hatchet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I don't think anyone would argue that.
Just kind of random though. He just random weapon.
Exactly. I mean, you never know. Imagine if they gave him like his own personal chainsaw or something.
Dude, maybe when you beat the game, they'll give you all sorts of random weapons to carry.
he just like pulls it out of his jacket.
Bro. Or like there's a merchant in this game and he opens his jacket and a giant chainsaw flops out. Bro.
And that's another thing, like, is there going to be a merchant?
There's got to be, you think?
Surely there'd have to be some type. You know? Like, just as like a callback, you know?
Well, yeah, plus you've got all these sick weapons that need to be upgraded and shit.
You know, like, you've already got Leon sharpening his axe as it is, like, you know, maybe it can be upgraded.
Dude, that'd be the
maybe
shit.
They're just going, or maybe they're just going with the standard, like, you know, there is no upgrading or anything. I don't know.
I would want there to be, bro. Yeah. I always liked that in Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. Oh, of course. I think everyone would like that. Obviously, it's so hard to tell like what they're going to implement. Like I said, it's a lot of it's obviously going to be good, but yeah, healthy bit of skepticism isn't always wrong. And I don't know what this new character's going to be like.
Well, hopefully she fits what's, come before. She's new in the field. Hopefully it's not too embarrassing or anything. Hopefully she comes here with purpose that makes sense. Not like, oh, I'm a little baby going out to this minefield just because I saw a picture of my mom back in the day type thing. It's like, nah, I really want to know the reason. I want to know that this makes sense. I want to know that she's not just going here because it fits the story. She's going there with purpose, which they said this is one of the most emotional Resident Evil games they've created.
Oh, is that what they said?
Yeah. Somewhere in this 12 minutes, they said this is the most emotional depth we put into a Resident Evil game.
Okay, that could mean two things. And like I said, I'm being a bit conspiratorial here, but either that means she's going to die, or Leon's going to die, or they're going to be family of some sort.
Whoa. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Like, it's not really out of the ordinary to think that. Like, if they are saying there is a lot of emotional stuff in the game, like, they could be family.
Yeah. Or anything, man. It's Resident Evil. She could be a test tube baby, a clone of Leon or some shit.
True. Yeah, Keem says someone's going to die. Yeah, it's just obvious. I don't think you're going to get through this game, honestly, without whoever it may be, someone's going to die. Like, I just think that's inevitable. Yeah.
Maybe they'll kill the Porsche. Maybe that will be the death.
Yeah, and it's like a tragic moment, like Leon walks outside, it just blows up, like.
They're just filling it full of lead, and he tries to stop them, but it's way too fucking late.
Yeah, you see like a zombie dragging itself away from the car when it's put the bomb there.
$1.99 through Super Chat. The revolver they showed was glorious, bro. Cattle gun.
Yeah.
What do you think about what do you think about the weapons?
Sorry, looks good. They do look good. They look satisfying. What do you think?
Well, I think we're going in the right direction, but like we were talking about the merchant and shit, I want to be able to upgrade these. Like Chaz just said, dude's got the cattle gun. Dude, I love a big hand cannon, especially what Leon's seen. Yeah. He should always have the fucking hand cannon, bro.
Oh, of course. Why would you not equip yourself in this world?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Big time,
obviously.
Bro.
You know? And obviously they said she gets a bigger gun as well. So maybe Leon gives her a gun. I don't know, obviously.
Well, the way I probably expect it to play out, Leon gets knocked into a vent, and he falls down the vent and drops his gun. And she picks it up, and she has to be on her own for like an hour of the game or something. You know the formula.
Yeah, true. Probably stuff we already can speculate.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah, but like I said, there's yeah, I'm not seeing issues with Leon's gameplay. It looks fun, like I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said the other night, there is still room for a bait and switch.
Oh, bro. There is. There's more than enough room. Shit, there's room for a third fucking character to come in here.
Yeah, and like I said, might be Ada. Who knows? Because I've seen some articles online, like obviously it's not confirmed in the game, but it has Ada in the headline, so it's like, well,
Thank you.
wouldn't be surprised.
UBCS has just donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
I agree.
Want merchant to show I don't care if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Want the merchant in the game? I don't care if it makes sense, says Chaz.
Yeah, of course. Like it's I think everyone really does. Everyone would want that. Like it'd be obviously a nice callback, and that's obviously something people won't be like, oh, that's cheap, and it's it's just in there for the sake of it. It's like, no, I think people would be happy about that. Just one thing at least. But what if it's the fat merchant?
I will be very upset. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But what if it's an even fatter merchant? That's like he's just in one room. He's like Jabba the Hutt. He's just taking up the whole room.
Bro, you just enter and it's like a wave of jelly coming at you. Oh my.
Like you got Leon trying to force the door. Like, what the hell is this?
Bro, that would be fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
Like it's the same merchant from Shillage. But yeah, he's just fatter.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I will lose all hope then.
But then it could be like the merchant from number 4 just got fat now.
Oh no. Why are all these merchants getting fat, bro?
And he can barely talk now. He's just like, yeah, because he's so tired.
Oh man. Oh, and you could just trade food with him instead. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, like you just have to, and that's why that's why they might have the hatchet there. So like you hack up some zombie limbs and then you feed the limbs to the merchant and you get equipment.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, I'm just spitballing now, but yeah, what else? I wrote some things down. Let's see. Do you really need a female Ethan Winters? Yeah, strong hints. Yeah, the character dying. Yeah,
Thank you.
like I said, like
Chaz UBCS has just donated
even as someone who's like an outsider to this franchise, obviously,
what are you
like I keep saying, it's nothing wrong with a bit of healthy skepticism.
Emoji,
You do see a lot of people just jumping into it, lining up at the buffet.
Well, they got to. They're hungry. And this year, I'm not lying to you. This is the most apocalyptic year I've ever seen for a lineup of games. Nothing is coming. Nothing.
It really is the year of Resident Evil when you think about it. You've got this game, and then you've got that movie coming out, which I don't know, just because it's, like you said, just because it's Zach Kreger, it really means shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you look up what he said about that movie, it sounds like a disaster.
Oh, dude, sounds like a disaster. Looks like a fucking disaster. Good lord, man.
See, I haven't even seen like I might have seen like one set photo and there's like a bit of snow in the environment, but I haven't seen anything else. I've just his words are enough to be like, why?
Yeah, he's an edge master, I think. He wants to be like in the cool Resident Evil club. He wants to be in the OG certified badge club, but in reality, he's kind of like the 3 remake type of guy, you know.
Yeah, I just like I've said from the beginning, when you say, yeah, I'm a huge fan, but it's like, okay, what is it? Why are you saying but? But I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. It's like, well, are you the person to do this adaptation then? Like,
Yeah.
like
It might just be cursed. I don't know who I would employ to do that. I don't know who I would suggest.
well, that's the thing. It's unless it's Romero, rest in peace. It's like, oh, like a John Carpenter who wanted to do Dead Space. Unless it's people like that, you're gonna have all these modern audience directors that are going, yeah, we're putting our own spin on it, and I'm sure fans will still love it.
Yeah.
But does he understand him saying that? Does he understand that Paul W.S. Anderson did the same thing with fucking Alice? Like the fanfic, people should look at that and be like, are we getting another Paul W.S. Anderson?
That's what it sounds like when you mention it like that. I mean, dude, Paul W.S. Anderson wasn't entirely on the outside of Resident Evil, but what he did was create his own little fucking lore universe thing and just went with that, which... Ugh.
He created his own universe, retconned his own universe like twice, I think. Like, because what was the movie where they're in the desert, and then the next movie, the Earth is fine again?
Yeah. Dude, they take her powers away and give her powers multiple times throughout the series. It's ridiculous.
And the whole, yeah, I'm coming for you. I've got 150 clones, and then, wait, I'm the only one left in a couple of minutes.
Yeah. And then Wesker takes away her powers and then crashes the fucking plane with an unpowered Alice. What the fuck was that? Just a trip, man. That's what it was.
And doesn't he... Oh God, I haven't seen those movies in years. Doesn't he become good again?
Who?
Wesker. Doesn't he become like a sort of anti-hero in that after he's tried to destroy the world? I could be completely wrong, but I swear to God that happened.
Yes. Yes, they did that. But then they retconned it right after in the next movie.
Because I've seen because I go from movie to movie. I haven't seen the first. I've seen like the second, the one in the desert, the one after that, and the last one. It was terrible. It doesn't really matter. I forgot what it's called, but yeah. But going back to the whole Zach Kreger thing, it could be another one of those. And yeah, Weapons was really good, but that doesn't mean anything. When you're attached to an IP, you might be a really good director, but what's your story like?
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing when you mention it is Paul W.S. Anderson had a pretty good movie. His premiere movie was actually pretty fucking good. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it takes place in space. It's got...
Event Horizon?
Event Horizon. I thought it was actually a decent one.
It is. It is actually a well-executed movie. And, even with... And what do people say? Mortal Kombat was actually a good movie. Because wasn't Mortal Kombat his first film?
I can't remember. I don't I can't remember. They must have been close, but I thought it was the previous we talked about, Event Horizon. I thought it was. Maybe not.
Oh, okay. And see, not to go on like, because we're kind of veering away. That's probably my fault, but not to go on a tangent. But when you think about it, we've got 3 video game movies coming out this year. We've got Resident Evil, we've got Silent Hill, and we've got Mortal Kombat 2. All 3 of these movies could be disasters. I already know. I already know for a fact that new Silent Hill is going to be. What is that?
That's
like
desperation.
Like I've seen better looking fan films.
You're not joking. You're not lying. I've literally seen better fan films on fucking YouTube. And I don't know. That's the same guy who made the first movie, so I don't know what the fuck happened. I thought the first movie was decent.
Yeah, and see, like a lot of people hold that opinion, like yourself. Like it's it's got good atmosphere and the acting's not too bad. Like I'm not an expert on Silent Hill. You're probably more of an expert on me, but people say it's, besides a few things, it's actually quite faithful.
For the most part, it touches on a lot of what the first 2 games did, and it's respectful enough. Like that's the best they've gotten so far.
I mean, I know for a fact it's more respectable than the WWE match between Pyramid Head and Trinity in the next one.
Oh God, that movie was physical torture. I've never seen anything quite like it, and I most of it's been removed from my mind because it's a cancerous thought. But damn, that was bad, bro.
Yeah, I remember seeing that back in the day, and like, even as someone who's not an expert, I was like, what the hell? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, because isn't it? Pyramid Head's not meant to be like a guardian, is he? From what I understand. No.
Dude, he's a killer.
Yeah. He's from what I understand, he's like the manifestation of guilt of who's the character in number 2?
Oh, James, yeah.
Yeah, he's a manifestation of guilt, isn't he? Of practically James's psyche.
Yeah, he's basically the bad part of James, kind of hard to describe.
Yeah, something like that. But see, like, I've seen a lot of like gameplay and story of number 4. I think they could hit a home run if they adapted number 4 into a movie. Like, honestly, I've always said that number 4, you have no idea how much atmosphere that could bring. Like The Room.
Oh, that'd be so good. I mean,
like the atmosphere in that game is like just, you cut it with a butter knife. Like, it's just full of dread, and you could do it pretty easily. You don't need a high budget.
No, really, you don't.
Like, you put a good actor in it. Like, they don't necessarily have to be the youngest, flashiest looking person. And, someone's mentioned like before, like someone like Thomas Jane. Like, put him in that situation.
God, that would be sick. Where the hell is Thomas Jane these days? Help us.
I know, right? He's kind of just been canned out of Hollywood.
Probably found the elites in their fucking ritual circle or something. Motherfuckers.
Because he used to be in like a fair few things back in the day, and now he's just disappeared. Like, you don't see him that much unless it's like a direct-to-DVD shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. Sorry, keep going.
Nah. It was just, I was gonna praise Thomas Jane more. I don't know if you've seen Dark Country, but I believe that might be his premiere directorial debut, and he was the main character.
Right. When did that come out?
I believe 2008 or something like that. Definitely a good time for movies, you know. But I definitely suggest that it's under the radar, and really, I don't know anyone who's seen it.
Well, because the last thing I seen him in was that horrific Predator movie. The Predator, was it?
The Predator.
It was like a comedy, pretty much. It came out in like 2018. It was horrifically bad. Like one of the worst Predator movies ever. Like Alien versus Predator is better.
Oh, are you talking about the one with the Super Predator?
Yeah, it was directed by Shane Black.
Oh.
It's got, I forgot his name, but yeah, it makes every Alien movie, every Predator movie, like even the bad ones look good because it's a comedy. Like, and that's not even saying like, there wasn't humor in the old ones. It's like, no, it's a full-blown comedy. You've got like a Predator cutting a guy's arm off and giving it a thumbs up through the truck.
Yeah, that's... I don't know what they are thinking, but they are just making me not want to see any of these ever. Like, literally ever. It's destroying my faith that they can get it right.
Yeah,
Fucking
no,
idiots.
it just makes you want to clock out of these franchises because it'll never get better. Like I said the other night, like there isn't a franchise that hasn't been totally castrated.
Yeah.
Just everything, one thing after another, you know?
Genuinely, if it's not disemboweled, it's been disenfranchised. Like Splinter Cell, it's a fucking sneaking simulator. Where are you bitches at with the audio, man? Jesus. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's even like maybe unknown franchises that I think it was like, oh no, that's still been castrated,
Yeah. Genuinely. I mean, damn.
Like, yeah, everything, like, that's why I don't look forward to anything nowadays. Like, pretty cynical and stuff. I'm just looking at this Australia playing on your screen. It just looks like crap.
Well, I'm going back between the first film he directed and this, and there's a distinct problem I'm noticing. It's too bright. There's too much light. You need to make Silent Hill basically hard to see, man.
It looks cheap though. Like am I the only one who sees that? It looks cheap.
Yes. You're definitely not the only one who sees that. It looks CGI or AI.
Because it's the same director, right?
Yeah, Christoph Gans, who directed the first one.
Yeah. At least with the first one, you can say, that looks like it has a budget to it. That looks like that has good atmosphere. The set pieces are good. This looks like a student film.
Yeah, and the actors look like dildos.
Like, who's this guy? Like, who's this guy who's playing? I've never seen him.
He might be the guy in the Hitcher remake. Nah, this guy's younger. I don't know. Some dirty hippie.
You might as well have just got the guy from Supernatural to play him. It looks exactly like him. That would have been better.
Too much money, bro. They don't want to spend money.
Yeah. Yeah, like, look, he's got the same haircut. He's got everything. Like, I don't, like, from director Christoph Gans, like, look, this looks like shit.
Yeah.
And you got Patricia Arquette here. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know what they smoked, but it must have been crazy.
Like, I don't see this being good at all. I think this is going to come out. It's going to be a disaster.
Dude, like, multiple disasters at once, I'm pretty sure. Like, let's see. In theaters, January. Yeah, January movies get fucking decimated. Good luck.
When in January? That's like, what, the end of January? That's a couple of weeks.
Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, you're right. We don't have much time left. The hell?
And we've only seen like one trailer?
Well, I think all the trailers are kind of the same. I think they just made them slightly longer.
Oh, hell no. Like, no, fuck that. I'm not paying money for that.
Fuck no. Money? Hell
oh
no.
My. And that's the thing. They could have hit a home run with that. But like every video game movie, they don't put effort into it. You know, it's a love letter with piss on it to the fans.
Yeah, literally covered in piss. It's an insult every time, bro. I swear they should just stop while they're ahead.
Yeah, like I think, but yeah, the last video game movie I saw. Oh fuck! The last video game movie I saw was Welcome to Raccoon City.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's the ultimate turd, man. I can't think of a worse one than that right now.
It's one of the worst I've ever seen in my life. I know we've spoken on it so many times, but it's like it has to be studied. Like what an absolute pile of dog turd that is. Like my jaw was on the floor half the time at some of the decisions in the movie after playing a majority of the games. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like my hands were on my head half the time, like, oh my god.
I genuinely, you'd have to be a Resident Evil hater to do some of this shit. Like, for example, Jill Valentine, not only is she not white, she doesn't have the lockpicking thing, which doesn't make a fucking bit of sense if you really play Resident Evil. Like, you know she's a lockpick goddess, and Chris is the fucking the gunman.
I mean, like, Chris was like the only sort of one that matched his character, and Claire was fine. I know people will say, oh, you know, she was iffy. It's like she was fine, but Wesker, fucking Leon, fucking Jill, like what?
I don't even remember Wesker. That movie sucked ass.
Wesker was a bald jock.
Oh my god, you're right. Oh, yeah, and he was like good guy or something. Weird.
Whatever the hell it was, and like, wasn't there there was a romantic thing going on with him and like Jill? I think maybe so. That's in, yeah. But yeah, he had a shaved head, and he was a jock, and I honestly think he was probably the worst actor in the movie. Like, just think about that for a second. With what we have here, with Leon's actor, with Jill's actor, he was the worst in the movie. Like, it was atrocious.
Yeah, he doesn't change his face once, as far as I remember. All his line deliveries are phoned in.
No, there's like no change up, nothing. It's he's like a character from, I don't fucking know, Smallville or something.
Literally, dude.
Like, yeah, that was, like I said, that you could study that and how bad that fucking movie was. Like the Assassin's Creed movie was better than that. Ooh. And that's one of the worst. And that's one of the worst video game movies I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, I heard people fall asleep to that shit.
Oh, dude, it was painful. It was because first of all they tamed it down. There's no blood in that fucking movie. Have you ever seen that, Dylan?
Assassin's Creed, no.
Oh god. You dodged a bullet.
Bro, if it's a video game movie, I already know I'm going into some slop, probably.
Because I remember watching it. I went to watch it with a friend one time, and I'm like, dude, what am I watching? Like, what is this? Like, not even Michael Fassbender could save that shit.
No, you could pay anyone to try and save that sinking ship, but it's cursed from the
No,
beginning.
But yeah, that of all movies is even better than Welcome to Raccoon City. Like, because I don't think I've discussed it like on air with you here, but there's so much stuff in that we should just dissect. You know, like why is Leon a narcoleptic like retard? Why is he falling asleep all the time? Like, why is he falling asleep at the station? How does he not hear the vehicle coming? Like,
and he's getting bullied the whole fucking movie. Imagine bullying Leon.
Yeah, like he falls asleep at the diner. He gets shit chucked at his head, and he's still asleep while it happens. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, you can't. Who directed that slop?
Oh yeah, it was the Strangers Pray at Night director, someone who's done basically nothing. I think. Let me double check that.
Oh, great.
That's what they do, man. They give these projects to people who just don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Johannes Roberts, Strangers. He did 47 meters down, which is like it's not the worst movie in the world. I mean, Other Side of the Door.
VHS. Oh, he had a segment. I see.
What was his segment in that?
It says Suicide Bid, but it was VHS 1999, which I don't know what the fuck that even is.
Yeah, I don't remember. There's so many of those movies. Yeah. Yeah, sorry to go off topic about all this, Dylan. I know we're talking about new game. I kind of just went on a tangent.
No, it's a great tangent, and it's all connected, bro. Damn. Resident Evil's a big machine.
Yeah, you're either going to get a bunch of fecal matter or you're going to get something that's golden, you know?
Yeah, something you can actually chew on.
As long as it's not a turd.
Yeah, please no. RE-Verse was a turd, man. Such a turd. Please never do that again.
And that's the thing, that in this new game, it could be like you're sitting on a gold mine here, you're sitting on a gold mine, and then it gets shat all over. And then you're playing as Grace for 80% of that game.
Dude, I hope not. Jeez. 80%. God damn.
Yeah, it's a possibility. It's like, oh, Leon's incapacitated. You know, Grace steps it up and she tries to get her combat abilities up because she's seen Leon, and Leon's on the surgery table bleeding out.
Bro.
And whether he dies is you'll find out in number 10.
Oh my god. Don't let Capcom hear that shit.
Please don't listen to me, Capcom. We don't want that.
They will do it in a heartbeat, I feel like.
Chaz UBCS has just donated $1.99.
It's because we've been screwed over so many times.
It's payday, bye oils are burning oh so bright,
just,
ladies.
You have to ask these things. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because these people's ulterior motives are, you know, they could, like I said, they could be doing the biggest bait and switch you'd ever see. You could be getting Ethan Winters back for all we know.
Dude, please no. Of all the people to come back, please.
Yeah, it's like Leon's dead at the end of the game, then this character walks in and it's Ethan Winters and he takes Grace by the hand, and then number 10, what's going to happen?
Bankruptcy over at Capcom.
Complete bankruptcy.
Bro,
Like,
then it would be over. Damn.
And that's the sad thing. There's so many things they could do that could just be, it'll just end the franchise. And a lot of people are willing to say, you know, if you hit this home run, you can redeem yourself. But if you step out of left field and you subvert expectations like Ryan Johnson in The Last Jedi.
Bro.
You know, like, and then you've got Grace taking up the mantle.
Thank you.
She takes Leon's gun.
Christopher Cardarelli,
that's what we see in the trailer. Leon's dead, and then
through Super Chat.
I have to make him proud because we find out it was her father. And she crosses his arms over his chest and puts the blanket over him.
Dude. Like the ultimate scenario, the ultimate fucked up scenario. Come on, man.
And it's like, goodbye, father. I will make you proud. And she takes the hatchet and she takes the hand cannon. And that's what you see in the trailer. She has to face her fears that now that her relative or her father is dead.
Uncle Leon, no.
Goodbye, Uncle Leon. I will make you proud. And then Ada comes in and assists her. And then we go into number 10.
It's like all women, just 10 Resident Evil women.
Yeah.
Dude.
Pretty much.
Bro. I have a good bit of faith that this is going to deliver at least on a couple different things. I can't say it's going to open the Pandora's box of everything that is good Resident Evil, but I think it's at least delivering on this niche. If you like Leon, there you go. If you like sneaking around in the dark, you know, hard mode survival horror, well, maybe it's got a bit of that.
True.
I want to see what... Go on.
I'm willing, you know, to eat my words. Obviously, could be the best thing ever. Like I've said, could be like like Chaz says, in the upper echelons of Resident Evil for all we know.
It could
be like the best. But then, yeah, like I said, it could be the biggest pile of shit ever.
It would take great effort to make that happen. Village to me is so low. It's so low. You'd have to tear off Leon's face and, you know, replace it with something else at the end. I don't know.
Yeah, tear off Leon's face and then it's Ethan.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Or if this whole thing were a dream, I would be so fucking furious.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just an Ashley dream.
Ashley's like sleeping on her desk in college or whatever the fuck, and she just wakes up. Oh, it was this whole dream the whole time. This will make a great paper.
I had this whole new identity. I was called Grace, and Leon came back.
Leon.
Leon. But yeah. Was there anything you wanted to mention about this showcase at all, Dylan? I'm taking a bit too much time, or
Nah, perfect amount of time, dude. Excellent fucking conversation here. I think I've pretty much stated everything I was going to. I think they haven't done too much and they haven't done too little. I think this is a nice amount of substance here to consume as far as Resident Evil fans go, but maybe it's not for everybody, you know?
True. It's very true. Like, yeah, we'll see what happens. Because when's the release date of this? Is it February?
Yeah, let's get a confirmation on that. I believe it's February 27th, unless I am retarded, which I may very well be. Let me see.
No, you're all good.
I might have to take the retarded test sometime, Hopium. I don't know. Let me see.
No, I'm more retarded, don't worry.
More retarded? Oh, February 27th. There we go. Yep. Cool.
February 27th. So that's it's not long. Like, you're going to have to pull out some heavy hitters here.
Probably going to have to pull out some heavy fucking hitters, man. Hopefully we get a demo, but if not, you know, whatever. Fuck it.
You know, it would be cool. Like, just one more thing. Like, imagine if we can see the showcase of Leon actually using the Porsche, and then he just, you know, something's happening to Grace, and then he just crashes into the building like, vroom.
Dude, that would be gnarly.
That would be like, yeah, that's actually a cool. Now I know why you've showcased the Porsche.
Yeah, man, give us a section where we can drive that baby. Good Lord.
Yeah. You know, they did a small amount in number 7, you know, just give us something like that.
Dude, exactly.
You know, pull out some James Bond shit. You know, the vehicle's surrounded by whatever, and you've got like fucking blades coming out of it, like electricity, mines. You know, make it a James Bond it up, you know, like if you're gonna showcase the fucking Porsche for no other reason, you know, just make it a James Bond vehicle. Make it fly into the building.
Dude, that would be amazing. Leon just crashing in and just flying out of the fucking car. That would make it useful.
Do you know how satisfying that would be? Like, Grace is like in trouble, and she's being held down, and then in the background, whoever's holding her down, all they hear is a and then you just see Leon crash through the building, like,
bro.
Like, I'm giving him ideas here. These ideas are going to help their franchise.
Dude, you should charge. Holy shit, giving him free ideas.
Like, if you want to showcase something badass with a vehicle, do that. Like, whoever that villain is, I don't know. No one knows. Have Leon fucking pin the thing to the wall with his Porsche.
Dude. Oh, man. That'd be a great introduction to Leon. Shit. It's like, you know, if they never revealed any of this for anyone who's going in completely blind, that'd be an amazing fucking reveal. Just Leon in his Porsche crashing through the doors, destroying the fucking Ganados or whoever's in there.
Yeah, like, that would be the most badass entry in a while. Like, whatever, yeah, like I said, whatever that thing is, you've just got Leon coming in and just putting his foot down on the accelerator, pinning the fucking thing to the wall.
Oh, man.
And then Leon's like, all right, let's get out of here. And then you got this thing just pushing the car back, trying to get back. And then that's when you can have, like, the introduction of these two together, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking of the fans here.
Bro, that'd be pretty amazing. I ain't gonna lie. I hope they do incorporate the vehicle somehow, but if they don't, I'm not gonna cry like a baby about it. It's just weird that they do this.
Yeah, and yeah, you're not wrong. It's like, yeah, why showcase this vehicle if it's not going to be you know, if it's not going to be a big thing in the game? It's like, yeah, it's a cool car, but is there anything to it? Is it like like I said, is it a James Bond gadgets up the arse sort of, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully, but it's always hard to tell what Capcom's going to do. Maybe they'll give us a bid. I did see Leon literally fighting in the streets, so maybe he pulls up in his car and we can control that for a minute. That'd be cool. Any little bit.
Like they could do, and this is just me giving ideas, they could do like it wasn't a great movie, but they could do a callback to T2 and, oh no, not T2, T3. You know that scene where Catherine Brewster's in the vet, and then the fucking T800 just grabs that truck and just absolutely pummels the shit out of the female Terminator.
Yeah.
Like, imagine a Leon scenario like that.
Holy shit, dude. That was a good scene in a pretty, standard movie.
In a pretty crappy film, I will say, but yeah, it's got to think of these things. It's satisfaction. It's not just about the modern audience, and people would probably consider me modern audience because I'm new to this franchise, but at least I know what people want, and it's not a death, it's not a sacrifice, it's not girl bossing, it's not wokery, it's just a good game.
Yeah. Keep doing what they've done before that works so well. It's it's like the wheel. Don't change it too much, and we'll be fine.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, pretty much said all I need to say. I won't take up any more of your time, Dillon, but I appreciate you letting me on again.
Dude, of course. I appreciate the reality checks in here, man. We need more of this.
Not a problem, man. Like, anytime. Happy to whenever.
Fuck yeah. Hopium Gardner, Tony Soprano himself.
Thank you, Dillon. Why are you blue?
Why are you blue?
And with that, I'll be in the chat.
Until next time, mister.
Until next time, mister.
Dude, what a fantastic couple of callers, dude. These dudes can fucking go 12 rounds. Anyone talk shit on them can be fucking banned and just, I don't know, sent to the fucking gulag, basically. Respect to Chaz and Hopium calling in with the big fucking statements. I love to hear it, This is my favorite subject of the entire fucking channel. Resident Evil. Do you see what's happening? We're deconstructing. We're trying to figure out the Rubik's Cube. We're looking at the Rubik's Cube. We're just churning out all thought of all manner on this game. And basically, even when we're talking, how do you put it, potentially negative, in this light, it's all a bunch of ifs. It's all a bunch of big ifs. And we don't know that this game is going to be good. We do not know that. Maybe the guarantee is this. This game will have some fun moments. Maybe that's the best guarantee we can give right now. And as we move forward and see what is unveiled with Resident Evil 9 Requiem, we'll know for sure if the game is through and through thoroughly fun. If it's 50% Grace, 50% Leon, 80% Grace, 20% Leon, we're going to find out. But the mechanics that they've shown us, overall, I think everyone is pleased. So as long as they have a good story, along with what they have here, as far as gameplay goes. If they have a good story with that, then it's literally ultimate slam dunk. I think there's only a few things that could really fuck this up, and I think we went over all. You kill Leon, we're gonna have a bad time. If it's a dream, fuck this video game. You know, that type of thing. Extreme circumstantial events that otherwise probably wouldn't take place. That was a huge fucking... Yeah, that was huge. We appreciate our callers, man. Christopher Cardarelli says, give us Ethan. Oh, no, give us Jake over Ethan. You're damn right. I didn't like Jake Wesker, but I will straight up... I'd rather play as him for 50 hours than Ethan Winters for 2. Dad Simulator, by the way. Thanks to our massive supporters, Christopher, Chaz, all you guys are coming through in a beautiful fucking fashion. I appreciate that. My apologies for not hitting up State of Decay 2 tonight. I didn't know it was going to be such a productive conversation. I thought we were going to take like a 20-minute look at this and then move on, but fuck yeah, it was like literally 3 hours of pure Resident Evil. That's why it's the best subject. It's not like GTA 6 where it's like, there's so many questions. No, Capcom doesn't leave us in the dark like dirty-ass hippies. They give us the fucking light of modern man. All the glow of all light bulb. And brilliance. Look at this. They're only getting better as far as I can tell. Now, if they fuck up the characters, you know, if they make her too powerful, what's that word? Mary Sue type of character, like powerful badass bitch for no reason? Which I don't think they're doing. Look at her stance holding the gun. She's not even confident holding the fucking gun. I think she's going to make a lot of sense as a character and get better as the game ends, you know? I think she'll be someone who came here. I just hope her reason is the main thing. I hope her reason makes sense. Something to do with her mother, Alyssa Ashcroft, which I couldn't tell you why they're bringing her back into this. Couldn't fucking tell you at all. What I was thinking was maybe they're setting up something for Outbreak 2, you know, kind of thing, or Outbreak Reboot. It's a hard thing, though. Yeah, it was a very good conversation, Hopium. That was excellent shit. You got my brain churning in all different directions. And I'm glad we only touched on this a bit. But this car thing and this watch thing means nothing to me. It's Capcom trying to make money. I'm pretty sure half of us in here would do it too. Yeah, big dub to the call-ins, man. Got me thinking, got my mind churning. As far as the delivery here, I think this is a great beginning.
That Chaz UBCS has just donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Support first, support hard, support no mercy, let's go.
No mercy, Chaz. Hey, don't get me wrong. Just because I like what I see doesn't mean I won't shred this game a new fucking asshole. If they shit upon the legacy that is Resident Evil, trust me, we will take that battering ram made of brass and knock a fucking hole in this wall that they have built. Resident Evil deserves love because the fans have done nothing but be there, constantly loyal. And not loyal like a dog. Loyal like a... like a resident. It's like we kind of live here. We are Resident Evil. We're the citizens of this. You know, we're the, we funded this. We built something. Capcom may have built the car, but the car wouldn't move if we weren't in it. If we weren't the one behind the seat, you know. They built the car, but we drive it. I think Grace is going to be alright, says Christopher. I think she's going to be alright. I don't think she's going to be some standout, like, Well, this is my favorite character. No, fuck no.
Thank you.
Christopher Cardarelli 1328 has just donated $2 through Super Chat. I think Grace might be alright. Not great as Leon.
Not great as Leon. No, I think that's the point. I think they didn't want to... You know, it's an imbalanced situation. Almost similar to how Chris felt with Ethan Winters. Except in this case, it feels a little less imbalanced. It feels balanced in a better way.
At Hopium 500 has just donated $5 through Super Chat.
Thanks, Hopium.
These devs depend on us. If they want to shit in our mouths, we will dig the graves like we did Star Wars, Terminator, Aliens, Deliver or Die Capcom.
Deliver or fall forever. Yeah, the way I see it, Hopium, is the car doesn't move unless we have gas in the tank. Resident Evil fans put the gas in the tank. Car doesn't go unless we put the gas there to begin with. Of course, the car belongs to Capcom, and they can choose to decide this and that about it, but in actuality, we are funding this ride. So, without us, Capcom would literally be nothing. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. You can talk about their other games they have, but without Resident Evil, they'd be pegged. Like, I have great confidence in this, but if they somehow blunder this up, if they, like... Here's what they could do to really fucking piss me off realistically. Grace and Leon, you know... Let's say we're probably 50% through the game. If for some reason Leon sacrifices himself and say, you got this, kid, and then, like, his whole body splits in half and he falls down a fucking well and literally is confirmed dead, 100% dead Leon, and then they give the story to Grace, then yeah, I will take a giant shit on this. Immeasurable. I don't mind a new character. Resident Evil has always had strong women introduced. Look at Sheva, look at Jill, Claire, all these people. Fucking Rebecca Chambers is 19 years old with a gun type thing, you know? She's a cop. Rebecca Chambers, a 19-year-old cop in Resident Evil 0. Roaming through the woods, she's got, you know, medical fucking shit, but she's literally one of the cops with a gun. To me, it's always doable. You just have to do it appropriately in Resident Evil, not give them the ultimate fucking power. Which, from what I can see, Grace doesn't look like a confident badass bitch. You know, it's not like Rey Skywalker coming in here. Which I'm always aware of. I'm always, you know, I remain aware. Games have done us wrong when it comes to women, like, taking over the power role. Like, they have done us wrong multiple times. Resident Evil, though, I cannot say they've committed the great sin. I think Japan, you know, whoever's making the big decisions up there, I think they know the balance needs to remain. You need to be focused on the product that is Resident Evil. Focus on the fans. Otherwise, you get projects that are completely fucked up. Like, insertion of nonsense. Like, you guys call it, you know, wokeifying or whatever. Unnecessary shit that didn't need to be in the game. Representing people for no real purpose other than inclusion. The way I see it, Resident Evil has not committed this sin. In fact, I think they've gone against the grain. Resident Evil 5, it took some balls to make that game, but not like... I don't know. Resident Evil 5 has never been inappropriate to me, but I do see why it could be considered, like, somewhat controversial upon first glance. But to me, it always made sense going back to where the T-virus or progenitor virus really began. And Sheva and Chris Made perfect sense as well. It was a fucking amazing game. Bless Resident Evil 5. They fucking got it right. Punching boulders or not, fuck it. Punching boulders or not, it's better than werewolves, vampires, goblins, and ghouls in my Resident Evil. Fucking dolls, by the way, dolls. I'll say it again. Resident Evil Village is satanic slop. It's the devil's business. Take the game, shove it into a toaster, and fucking concrete that bitch in there. It gets a 0 from me. But this game, we can be back on the right track, Capcom. Best believe we can be on the right track. You got Leon back in the fucking control seat. I just hope they don't pull a Village on us like, oh... No, they couldn't pull a Village on us. They wouldn't even know what to... They wouldn't know what to do. Because this is like the biggest moment, man. We're about to hit Resident Evil X. They cannot squander this. They cannot go in passionless. Also, I know it's obvious. I know I don't have to tell you guys this, but for anyone who's listening, maybe new around here, maybe doesn't understand things like, you know, when it comes to the OG Resident Evil fans and people putting up a fun wall, putting up a wall against fun. There will be contrarians on this game no matter what. Game turns out to be good, people are gonna hate it. Game turns out to be shit, people are gonna love it. You know? Ignore the fucking contrarian cucks, because all they want is your attention. Oh, he talks shit about my favorite game. Oh my god. Tell these fucking losers that their supposed journalism is meaningless to you. You want to experience the game one way or the other. Don't let these fucking imbecile, content cuck, loser, unimaginable, fake Resident Evil fans, fake gamers, for that matter, tell you not to enjoy this, or convince you otherwise. You be the judge. You be the judge. I would say this might be one of the biggest Resident Evil games. Might be. And from what I've seen, it's all a slam dunk. It just comes down to the delivery. Once we see the delivery and we play the game, we'll know what they've done. If they've done damage, we will judge it. If they've done great things, we will judge it. But what we don't do here is just play ball because someone tells us, or don't play ball because someone tells us. It's like, shut up, bitch. I got a brain of my own. You ain't telling me what to think, what to feel. Yeah. So there will be those contrarians. Tell them all to fuck off. Judge for yourself. Use your own brain. And don't hold back on that shit either. If your best buddy, for some reason, like, loves this game and you just hate it, don't pretend. Don't pretend. Or your favorite content creator, if they love it and you hate it, like, come on. Just be genuine. No more of this, like, standing Resident Evil or defending it for no reason, or vice versa. There's gonna be a haters club, there's gonna be yeah. I'm sure you guys are well aware of the cancerous mental illness out there. I think it will be horrifying. Yeah, that's a question we did not ask tonight. Will it be scary? Huh. Maybe it will be scary for Grace and not Leon, because Leon's in control, man. If I'm playing as Leon and I got that fucking hand cannon, there won't be two questions. I'll just fucking split a zombie into multiple pieces. He's got an elephant gun. Jill balls! That's the last person I'm expecting. Listen, man. There's one thing I haven't said. I theorize there's a third character. Do I care who this character is? minimally. As long as... I don't know. I kind of might want something unexpected. I don't want Jill Valentine per se, but hey, if they do that, I'd be like, whoa. I just... make sure it's appropriate. Make sure it fits. Don't just do it to do it. That's what Star Wars was doing. They were doing the major bait. They're basically baiting the fuck out of us. It's like, hey, it's basically like Star Wars, the first one all over again. You guys remember Star Wars, right? You're all a bunch of 25-year-olds, but you remember when you were a kid, right? Yeah. And then it's literally a fucking remake of the original, and then it just turns into shit beyond that. Star Wars went down a dark-ass road. I don't think this game is going down that road. What a bastardized piece of shit. Really just shit upon. That's why Resident Evil is sacred to me, because it hasn't been decimated. They did a bit with Village. I think that game was shit. I think reinventing the origin of the T-virus or progenitor virus or the mold, stupid. The worst thing they could have done ever. Literally the worst fucking thing they could have done. But I digress. The game was a success, and they fired Peter Fabiano. He went over to fuck up marathons. We'll see him on the next episode of What the Fuck is Ubisoft Up To. But as far as Resident Evil, I have a great confidence this is going to do what I want it to do. My only worry, like I said, if they don't respect the characters, we will have a severe fucking problem. If they don't respect the players, severe fucking problem. You guys were worried about them turning on baby mode? Baby mode has always been in Resident Evil after, like, the third one. After the third game, or actually Code Veronica, I think. After Code Veronica, there was, like, an easy mode forever. So, whatever happened after that, blame them, but I hope this game will sustain some type of, some type of challenge. I just don't want... I don't want easy, and I don't want bitch-slapped hard mode. We gotta avoid that. The mold shit pissed me off. I wish I could undo everything they did. Fuck the mold. Fuck Ethan Winters. The sin they committed was done in Resident Evil Village, but what they did was fuck up Biohazard in that way. I don't like thinking about Ethan Winters being dead the whole fucking time. It's so dumb. But I did like Biohazard for the most part. Not entirely, but for the most part. It was a wise evolution. It was a wise evolution from 6. And I think this game is a well-balanced, wise evolution. I will say that. I have high hopes, but I'm holding back expectations beyond, Resident Evil standards. The standards, I think, are covered here. It's just the deeper part that we gotta talk about and find out about. Who is Grace? What is she doing? And why? Why is Leon involved? What is Elpis? What does that mean? So yeah. It's up in the air as of right now, but from what I can tell, we're on to a great start. Yeah, the mold was fucking bullshit. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I think the mold was the dumbest thing they've ever created. And they did that to the main character. Invincible main character makes everything fucking dumb. Oh, man. It's an insult. We can't start talking about the dark times. Because we got something great around the fucking corner, man. February 27th, we're gonna see if we can really get back to what was so good about this franchise. Yeah, the blood looks amazing. The blood, the violence level, very high. The weapons look good. Like me and Hopium were saying on the air, I hope for weapon upgrades. We hope to see a merchant of some kind. And yeah, that would just make the game more fun, which it seems plenty fun. Let's just hope everything is balanced like we expect it to be. A good balanced Resident Evil, when you've got two such strong differentiating characters, is somewhat hard to achieve. And I still theorize there is a third playable character. You can't tell me there's not until I've seen the whole fucking game. So, I'm still gonna hold out. I'm gonna hold out. We'll see, man. Either way, folks, my apologies. No State of Decay 2 tonight. We're gonna call it an early night so I can prepare for tomorrow. Tomorrow? Well, technically today. So Friday it is. Friday. Our intention is to live stream State of Decay 2 as per request. And then Saturday, I would like to live stream Max Payne. If you guys are gonna beat me up about it, just do it right now so I can get the beating and take it over, you know, get over it type of thing. Jabba the Merchant. Fatter. What about an Ozempic merchant? Where it's like so skinny, so turbo skinny. He can hold like 50, like 60 guns on his body. He just keeps wrapping them around him. Because he's such a skinny fuck. GG. Thanks for the dubs, guys. Thanks for the 12 round Ceshopium. No, thank you. No, you're breathtaking. You guys are fucking awesome on the air, dude. You guys are good at talking. You guys are good at thinking. It's responses, not from an AI chatbot entity, a human fucking being. And not some paid shill, not, you know, real gamer. An OG. That's what we like to fucking hear, man. Thanks for the massive support. And yeah, Max Payne 1, Saturday, I'm hoping. Saturday, I'm hoping. Gonna go State of Decay 2, Max Payne, then Code Veronica? Yes, Nemesis. Absolutely. So let's see. State of Decay 2, Friday. A good bit, a good fucking chunk of a live stream. A long one. A good bit of Max Payne on Saturday. And then I think on Monday we'll be back to Code Veronica. And I am strongly tempted to restart from scratch. Because looking back at my gameplay, I sucked. You guys can call a spade a spade. I sucked. W stream? Man, you guys are too motherfucking kind. Thank you, Poet. Thank you, Nemesis. Dead Space Mang. Riley, thank you so kindly, man. Christopher Cardarelli, appreciate you as always, man. Thanks for the big dubs in chat. Thanks for the donations. Goku. Is that you, Goku? Shout out to Kakarot. Keems, thank you so kindly, bro. Thanks for sticking around. I know it's a late one. Ethan is actually Grace just turned trans. That would be one hell of a fucking shock. I don't think Resident Evil would do that. Is Capcom mental? Find out on the next episode of AMC's The Walking Dead. Hell yeah. Thanks, Nemesis. Just checking out chat, saying hi and bye to all the people. Appreciate you guys tonight. We'll be back with more on the Midnight Oils Friday. Don't forget to hit that like button. Yeah, I have noticed we've gone down in likes at certain points, and that's, you know, maybe that's my bad. Maybe I should mention it more. Hit the like button, please, for the love of Jesus. We'll be back with more. Until next time, folks. May the road always lead you to warm sands. And may every constellation lead you home. But until next time, of course. Ta-ta.
Bye.